Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid as gold. My soul whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows, NKOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom. And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
So let's do the intro.
Let's do the intro.
This is a block party episode, obviously.
Yes, it is.
Because it's all about the block.
It's all about those 5 bad brothers from the Beantown Land and the cruise that they took us on.
I loved it so much. It has given me life. Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's start.
Okay.
Cue the intro!
This is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
And this is my so-called whatever. Welcome to the block party.
We ain't leaving out nobody because we're talking about the cruise.
And we're not leaving out any of you, even
No.
if you weren't on the cruise.
Right, because we're going to tell
here.
you things from a first-time cruiser perspective.
But if you are listening for the first time, hi there.
Hello. Hello.
Thanks
Hi.
for joining us.
Thank you for joining. Hello. And also to say,
What
for
are
your-
we?
For you new listeners, we are an 80s/90s/NKOTB podcast. And this week, we're sharing our experience of the New Kids on the Block cruise.
To be honest,
Cruise X.
we might, just to put this out there, it might be the next couple episodes.
It might be the next few episodes.
Right. I mean...
Because not only are we going to share our experiences, but we're going to share our listeners' experiences. Because that's what we do on our podcast.
Right.
Mainly, we share your stories.
Right.
You send us your stories, nostalgia stories. You send us your New Kids on the Block stories, and we share them.
Right.
And then we talk about them, discuss openly,
Right.
open forum.
We share them with everybody, and we all have a good time.
That is right.
And we can't do all of the cruise in one episode.
No.
It's impossible.
I don't even think we can do it in 2
I
episodes.
don't either.
So
So here we are.
So buckle in. Get ready for this episode. Just so you know, if you have a cruise story
Send it to us.
from this cruise,
Or any cruise, but this cruise
or any
specifically.
cruise, right, because, we're going to be talking about this cruise for a while.
Right.
Send it to mysocalledwhatever@gmail.com. Yeah.
We'll read it.
Yeah.
We'll share it. So hey there. Now, this week's episode,
Yes.
who's it brought to us by?
It is brought to you by Amanda.
Amanda, thank you so much for being one of our
Yay!
amazing $25 Patreon peeps.
I want to take you by surprise and make you realize, Amanda. How many times does she get that sung to her?
Probably many. Amanda, thank you so much.
Yes, Amanda, yes, she's one of our $25 Patreon patrons, and we very much appreciate that.
Absolutely.
We definitely wouldn't be able to do this podcast without you guys and the Patreon peeps that support us.
Right. And if you would like to learn more about Patreon
Yeah,
and how to support us,
Yeah.
possibly sponsor an episode,
maybe.
go on to patreon.com/mysocalledwhatever.
Yeah, you can do that.
And there's different tiers.
That's right.
So like the $25 tiers, one of the things is you sponsor an episode, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
But if you don't want to do that, if you want to do, $10, $5, there's all different things. You can go
Right.
and read about it.
and honestly, if you can't do that, that is fine. We are a free
Totally fine.
podcast.
Totally
We
fine.
do this all the time. You guys hear the spiel.
We say it every time.
We do. And, it's only going to take a second. I promise. But if you want to support us, what can you do, Brooke?
They can go to iTunes and they can rate and
Oh,
review us.
do
Or
that
wherever
to me
you get your
one more
podcasts.
time.
Wherever you listen to your podcast, if you can do like a rating and review, do that.
Yeah.
iTunes, it's important because of like
The algorithm.
the algorithm of it.
We always say that, the algorithm.
But guess what? 5 stars and a little blurb, and
Tell
we
us-
will
tell us what your
forever
first
be
car
in debt
was.
to you. Your first car?
Yeah, my first car was an AMC Eagle.
Mine was an 82 Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra.
You can leave that as a comment. Seriously.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. And yeah.
That's it for the episode. Bye, guys. No, but we appreciate any support.
Yes.
And all the support.
Exactly.
Just you listening, we appreciate. So
exactly.
Thanks you very much.
You
Thanks.
right there listening. You right there in the black jacket, listening on the way to work.
Sounds like me.
We appreciate you. Oh, what's her name? That does the mail route that we met. You're doing your mail route with your
I have her
daughter
in here.
from Ohio.
Hello.
You're doing your mail route.
Right now.
I'm so sorry that I don't remember your first name. Why can't I remember? But you're doing your mail route. We appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thank you for listening. And thank you for saying hello.
I know. It was really nice.
For everybody that came up and said hello.
We've already said a lot of like randomness in the beginning of the episode,
Yeah.
and some may or may not make it on. Some might be Patreon content. I don't know.
Right.
But I think that we should just preface this episode by saying thank you to those that
Thank you.
went out of your way and said hello and said that you listened to the podcast, told us your story about the podcast, like you were on your mail route and you listen, or you listen on your way to work,
or all those like ones that I was just like blown away.
Yeah, it's amazing. So we really, really, really appreciate it. This is kind of a big deal because I haven't.
Sorry.
No, it was a big deal because like Nikki's gone to. We went to the Apollo and we met some people there.
Right.
But a lot of those people like you had met when you went out to LA, or some of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you met other people, but this was kind of the first time I feel like I met people.
Yeah.
And it was really, really cool.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous, to be honest.
Really?
A little bit, because it's like, I don't know. I just felt a little like nervous about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to say I'm socially awkward necessarily. That's not it. But, you get like new people.
No, I get it. I just never want to come off as like snooty. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think you ever could.
Well, I see.
But
a long time ago,
I feel that. I feel you.
long time ago, somebody told me that I was unapproachable because they always thought that like I was snooty.
I've been told that before.
I don't understand it, or that I looked really tough.
Like a tough guy.
Yeah, like that. I always look mad.
Why I oughta like
But
that?
it's-
Like you're gonna.
In reality, it's that I'm like terrified. Like I don't know who to talk to. I
Right.
don't know who, and so I just like kind of like back into a corner, and it's not that I don't want to talk to people. I will definitely talk to you. Let me just tell you, I will talk to you.
No, I get that. It's like a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes I look past people
Yes.
because that's my way of like putting up like a wall.
Or yes.
Like I don't want to have an awkward conversation. I don't want people to think I'm weird or lame.
Right. Or you're like me, and I said this like 30 times.
Yeah, you did.
On
I
the
know
cruise.
exactly what you're gonna say.
I have a problem. Everybody, I'm just going to put it out there. I say hi to people that I think are somebody else, and it's never that like it's hardly ever that person. And so when I finally like get the nerve to be like I'm like 100% sure it's that person, it's not that person.
Right.
And so I can't tell you how many times like Jenny, poor Jenny, I like looked at her twice, and
What?
I'm
Jenny?
like, I'm
Which
pretty
Jenny?
sure it's Jenny with an I.
Oh, okay, Jenny with
Yes.
an eye. Yes.
And so I looked at her twice. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's her, Nikki. You know better.
I
It's
remember
not
that.
her. It's probably not her. And like, you're gonna make a fool of yourself because you've seen me when I've done it.
Right.
I'm like, hey,
You're gonna be like, "Hey, Jenny," and she'll
geez.
be like, I'm not Jenny."
right. And usually it's bad like that. Like people are just rude to me.
Right. That's weird.
It's ignorant. And
Yeah.
the last couple times that it happened, I waved and I was like, hey, and that person looked at me like I had 3 heads, and like it was the rudest thing I could have possibly been doing, saying hi to them.
How dare you say hello?
So Jenny came over to me, and I was like, first of all, I'm going to get to this, but my vision was super blurry too.
It wasn't. It got
Because of the
worse.
patch. Not like the birth control patch, but the
Like the seasick patch.
the seasick patch. And she was a delight. There's nothing more like,
Yeah.
she was so delightful.
Have you read her blog entry yet? I
Yes.
haven't read it yet. I'll
It's
read it tonight.
beautiful.
I'll read it tonight.
It's
but-
beautiful. And I love that she was Elvis. Oh my God. How did I not see that?
Oh, I didn't see that either.
She was like Cape Elvis. Like Dun-dun-dun,
Yeah, I like that
dun-dun-dun. I do too.
That's a good Elvis.
That is a good Elvis to be.
It's now being down here, like, now that cruise prep is over.
Right? I feel like a chapter has closed.
Well, it kind of has in a way.
But I don't want it to close.
Well, but it has to, because now we have cruised.
But why?
Well, because we've cruised, so that part is over.
But I don't want it to be over.
Well, once they announce the next cruise,
Then we'll cruise prep all over again.
right?
I feel like you're going to be in it to win it next year.
Like,
I feel like
can I just say before we we're just talking? Can I just say I'm gonna on the record, and I've said it over and over again to anybody that asks me or that doesn't ask me. I had so much more fun than I thought I was gonna have. Like,
I told you. I told you so.
I had but you could never have told me. Do you know what I mean? Until I was there and I experienced it. Like, I had the time of my life.
Yeah. Now
That's how I feel.
the
Time of my life. It's like the Sandals commercials.
And
Only
it
was New Kids.
You. And Joe did the lift.
like,
What?
he totally did. Well, I think Donnie did.
Well, Donnie did the lift.
And
yeah.
but he was baby.
Right.
Joe was
Right.
baby. That's fitting. Because he's the baby.
Yeah, he is the baby.
And yeah, so I had so much fun. And I don't even care. People have been asking me at work.
I don't even care.
I don't even care. Like, people at work, like, I didn't tell people at work for the most part what I was doing for a cruise.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm going on a 4-night cruise with a bunch of girlfriends out of Miami. Cool. Never cruise out of Miami. It'll be a neat experience.
Right.
A couple of, like, my closer, like, work friends knew.
Right.
But I didn't feel like, I didn't tell people, not because I was embarrassed to, but I didn't want to explain it.
Right.
But now I've gotten back and they were like, oh, how was your cruise? And I was like, it was great. It was a New Kids on the Block cruise and I danced with Jordan Knight. Want to see my selfie with him?
I love it.
And they're like, I don't know who that is, but okay.
I love what a transformation it was from one day to the next. And I'll tell you why. Like, I'll tell you exactly. You started with people saying, Brooke, are you going to go? And you were like, I don't know if I want people to ask me about if I want to go on the next cruise. Cause I just don't know. To the next day. Oh, you damn straight. I'm going to be on the cruise.
Yep. I was telling people I was going to be back on the next cruise before I told you.
That makes me sad.
No, because I knew, like, I was just like I wanted it to be like a star. And it was, yes.
It was a grand gesture because I was.
But we were like half dead in the room, and I was like, I'm going on the next one.
Was that tequila night?
It may have been. It may have been.
We'll get to that a little later,
but
ladies and gentlemen.
I just had so much fun. I even still have my nail decals on.
I love it. It exceeded. Okay, so I went in no expectations.
Right.
You know that I went in no
Me
expectations.
too. 100%.
But I knew I was going to have a good time. So maybe that's an expectation. Like, I knew I was going to have the time of my life.
And I didn't even have that expectation.
No, I did. I knew I was going to have the time of my life. I knew that I mean, come on, you know me.
Right.
You could play. I'm the type of person that we could jam out to New Kids on the Block for a night, and like that would be like a life-changing moment for me.
It'd be a really good time.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's a good time for me. And so I knew that I was going to have a good time. I can't even tell you. This is like nothing I ever experienced in my entire life.
No, and you can't explain it.
You can't explain it. You just can't explain it. Like, you just can't.
No, I've tried explaining it. My husband has completely humored me. He sat there on the couch with me. I showed him all my pictures. I showed him my videos. I gave him the play-by-play. And
But he listened to you.
He did.
That's nice.
And then it was overboard.
Oh.
Well, I got to a point, and then I was on like YouTube and Instagram looking at other people's videos, and I was trying to show him that.
Oh.
And he was like, I'm glad you had a good time. I'm going to watch the news now. and I get that.
But I'm sure he loves seeing you like this. And he's like, go for it. You go for it next time. Go for it.
He was, because, and I texted him before we got home, and I said, like, you know, because I heard a lot of people, like, I talked to a lot of different people.
Yeah.
And some women I know, I mean, obviously we were all there. So,
Right.
but I know some of their husbands, just from people I talked to, nobody in particular, and honestly, I can't even remember specifically who, but people like I talked to, their husbands don't really, like, this was the one-time thing,
One and done,
or,
yeah.
you know, whatever. Or people, like, online that have said, my husband will never let me go. And I texted him and I just said, I really appreciate the fact that you, I don't want to say let me go, because it's not like that, but that I was able to go and leave it all behind.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that was okay. Because not everybody has that. And I said, I just really, really appreciate that. And I appreciate you. And he wrote back, happy wife, happy life.
Oh.
But it's true. Because, like, I needed that.
You did.
But now I need a vacation from my vacation, because I'm very tired. I haven't been able to catch up.
I feel ya. I can't catch up. It's like, I feel like I'm caught up, but I'm not. And, like, I feel like I should be caught up, but I'm not. And I don't know what to do about it. But
what you gonna do about it?
I don't know.
I mean, this weekend, hopefully I'll be able to catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's hard because, like, there's a lot going on this weekend with Halloween around the corner.
Brandon Brody's birthday.
Their birthday.
At least we get to have it in the house next door.
That's nice.
Looks like a friggin' tornado went through my living room.
Well, it's just your luggage.
I just left it there. It's still, you guys, my luggage is sitting in my living room. Open. Like, for real, you guys. Like, I'm a grown woman. Take care of your luggage. Nope. I just, and Kevin's just like, whatever, you know? And Brody will take a couple pieces down here and there. I'll take him downstairs.
Oh.
So, I mean, my whole family was really supportive too.
Yeah.
They were just really excited for me to go. And they
it's
wanted to hear all about it.
It's a very exciting thing.
Yeah. Well, they wanted to hear all about it till they didn't.
Right.
You know?
Well, that's
you
the
know what I
thing.
mean? Because I know I just want to keep telling like, I haven't really talked to Kevin much about it because we have a lot of other stuff going on this week that has taken up a lot of conversation. But what I have told him, I mean, I told him about the photo op. We'll talk about that a little later too.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
That sounds good.
We'll start from the start.
I'm going to pull up my notes.
Okay.
That you took.
Yes. I took a lot of notes because as first-time cruisers and for people who haven't been on the cruise, I think a lot of these things are important, I guess. Like, things that I took away from it. Like, especially us going from Boston to Miami. Why did we not fly to Bangor? Like, people might wonder that. There's a reason why we didn't fly to Bangor. Because there's a good chance our luggage could have not made it with us.
Yeah, we didn't want to lose our bags.
Right.
Period.
And so it was better for us to fly direct from Boston to Miami and drive. Luckily, you know, Kevin drove us down there.
Right.
And that's why we did that.
Hindsight, I think I would have flown back to Boston as well.
Yes.
We would have been home by 7.
I know. Well, we know now.
Right.
So for next time, if we have to do that, that's what we'll do.
We were just so tired.
Yeah.
Like, because we flew back into Bangor because we thought, perfect, we'll be home. We'll fly and we'll be home.
Right.
But not really thinking of, yeah, but if we flew back to Boston, we'd be home like 5 hours before then.
Exactly.
Even with the driving.
Right.
Because of the layover, and we didn't get
and
out
Kevin
until
was
late.
ready to go pick us up. I
was.
failed to tell him that we weren't flying back into Boston. And so he's like, so when do I pick you up? And I'm like, oh yeah, forgot to tell you we're flying it back into Bangor. So I will tell you, the whole cruise prep thing, I had a hard time with it. I had a hard time with like completing things. Like, I felt like really out of sorts. And
like, what do you mean completing things?
Like
before we left?
Right.
Like,
right.
Well, you completed the door decorations.
I did. That took, but like, I could have completed that a lot sooner. it just was like one of those things that I just kept hanging over my head, because I'm the type of person, I needed to make sure that every single story that I asked for a picture was represented. I told you that.
Yeah.
And I would have felt, I don't know, not right, I guess is the word. Like, if I didn't have the story.
Because that would be the one person that would be like, oh, where's my story?
Right.
And it
right.
wasn't there. So
Right.
I get that. I totally get that.
Like, we did have somebody that asked if their story, because we hadn't read it yet. And I felt bad. I was like, oh, maybe I should have done even the stories that I hadn't read. But I had to draw the line somewhere.
Right. And we'll have those ones next time.
Right. Maybe.
Well, maybe.
But in a different fashion. I think.
Right.
I think we could possibly do this again. I think I would need to like rethink how they're laid out now that I know.
Yeah.
Now that I know.
Also, just to put out there, we won't have as many.
That's true.
Because we were doubling up on episodes for a while.
Right. That's
you know?
true. That's true.
So we won't have as many. So we may not have to do the whole string thing.
Yeah.
And maybe we do more of the, I think that there's ways.
Just laid out.
Yeah.
Because I think it looked a little messy.
I think it looked awesome.
But also, we'll get to it. We had some door decoration.
Minor calculation errors.
Oh, man. And a lot of that depended on the thing that we had put up. Like, a lot of the decorations depended on that. Like, we're surrounded by that.
Yeah.
So,
but I think it looked great.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
We will continue on.
So, here's the thing about the cruise.
What?
This is never going to change, just so you know. I'm always going to be bagging baggage.
You will always be bagging baggage.
I will always be bagging baggage.
And it's not just the cruise.
No.
When we go to a concert for a night, you'll have a full 25-inch suitcase full.
Yep.
And a big bag full.
But you know what? I wore almost all my clothes.
I didn't.
Is that crazy? How did I wear all those clothes?
Well, it was hot and sweaty too.
I kept changing.
I mean, yeah.
I barely had any clean clothes left at the end. And I'm like, well, it's a good thing I packed all those clothes. Plus, a lot of my costumes took up a lot of room.
Yes, they did. Like that dress.
Yeah.
The short thing. Yes, absolutely.
Took up a lot of room.
Absolutely. Mine did not take up hardly any room.
My 70s outfit took up like 0.
Right.
And even my GPS night one didn't take up that much.
Really? I mean, I could
Not
see
really,
that.
because it was flat. I wore
Yeah, but there's bulk to it when it's full.
a little bit. That's true. And I went right by what Jenny said. And you guys haven't heard Jenny's episode because we had some issues on the audio.
Yeah.
I'm still working on it. We will get it out.
Jenny and Rod.
Yeah. And what Jenny had recommended was that each outfit gets put in one of those space bags.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so, Jenny, because I kept everything. Like, you're so right. And I'm so glad you told, because I didn't have to worry about it. I wish I would have done that and done outfits.
That's how I pack for Sadie when we go on vacations. I put an outfit in a bag.
Yeah.
It's easy. And that way, if someone else gets her ready, I could just throw them a bag.
Yep.
I don't have to worry about someone trying to match up anything.
Yep.
And then you have the bags left over for dirty laundry or like wet clothes, that sort of thing.
Yep.
I don't pack myself that way, but I could see where it could be helpful to people.
It was really helpful to me.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have done that with the rest of my outfits. Because
But now you know.
Now I know. Because I think that would have helped me like at the hotel.
Yeah.
When I was like, I couldn't find anything.
Well, that's hard too, because we were there for one night.
Right.
And like you have to dig in your luggage to get like 2 things.
You guys know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, what a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Seriously. So before we left, you didn't sleep at all.
I slept none. Not a lick.
I ended up sleeping a little bit.
I colored my hair at 3 a.m.
You did.
Or whatever time it was. I think it was like 3. Because you picked me up a little after 4.
Yep.
4:30 or
Yep.
so. So at 3 o'clock, I was putting the color in my hair when you were printing my t-shirt.
The Jordan is my lobster. Lobster. And so that's when Kevin drove us. It was like 4:30. We left, hit the road, didn't stop very much. We just kind of went.
We stopped for coffee and Topsum. I think that was it.
Yep. And we got there in record time.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
And then after that, because it was Brody's birthday,
Yep.
Kevin and Brody went and did their own thing.
That was nice.
They went to Wahlburgers for lunch, and Kevin was interviewed on TV.
I want to see it.
I do too. They asked him about something about the Red Sox were playing, I can't remember who, and something about they thought they were using technology to interpret signs or something. How did Kevin feel about that? And he was like, "Oh, I didn't know about that." And like Kevin knows about, that's the thing.
Right.
Like Kevin's
I never heard
like,
about that.
no. I mean, we've watched all the games. I also have to say, I think one of my biggest anxiety points, and I told you this, was like how I was going to get my luggage from point A to point B.
Yeah.
I was really concerned about that. I knew that I needed to pack that way, but how was I going to get the luggage from point A to point B? And I have to say, through that whole trip, it was rather easy.
Smart cart.
Yep, smart carts and paying people to do it.
That's right. That's true.
I kept telling you, best $10 I ever spent.
It's true, for real.
Yeah.
That's just the way to do it.
Right.
They have people there for that. So,
right.
Keep them employed.
Exactly.
And, the smart carts worked out really well. And it was kind of fun because you got to do your Tetris skills with the luggage.
I was
like the olden days.
Yeah, and then we started talking about me working back at the airport. Though I'd always be afraid to fly standby. That's the thing. It was so stressful.
Yeah, that is stressful. That would be very stressful. Remember when we flew back?
Do I ever?
And we couldn't
get home.
Nope.
It was like what? A day? 2 days?
I think it was a day.
It was out of Kentucky. It was CVG. It was Cincinnati.
Yes.
Yep. Hashtag never again.
Never again.
No.
So, that was interesting, but it was good. You had all the baggage.
We also know
I had
now
a regular amount of baggage.
We also know now which security checkpoint to go into. Yes. Make sure we know, because we walked the freaking length.
Forever.
Oh, my word.
Or we know to pay attention to that.
Right. I just didn't know. And neither did you. We were like, who would have known?
It was the right terminal.
Right. But there were different gates of security in Boston.
Right. And we needed to, whatever. I guess we would have walked one way or another.
Right. But
still, it felt like forever.
It did feel like forever. And it got hotter the closer we got to it. It was where are we going? But it
Timbuktu.
Was the sun was beaten down on it.
On all the glass. Yeah.
But
it was all right. It all worked out.
Yeah, and then we
made
met
it to our gate.
We met up with Amy and Michelle.
Yeah, that was so cool. They were right behind us.
It was amazing. We recorded some audio with Michelle and Amy that I'm going to insert here.
I'm not going to be able to put any words to it, so I'm going to say that.
We are at the airport right now, waiting for our plane to take off. Brooke's going to say hi. Hello. And we're at gate B35. I haven't seen very many other fans or people who might be going on the cruise. But we got a couple in front of us right here, a couple of our good friends, Amy and Michelle. And I thought I'd ask them how they're feeling about the cruise. So first is going to be Amy. She's going to tell me about what the feeling she's feeling right now.
Good morning, everyone. This is Amy. I don't really have a lot of words to describe how I'm feeling right now. The reality hasn't quite set in yet, but it's getting closer as we're seeing more and more blockheads in the airport. A couple of shirts that we've seen walking in, people that are going on the cruise. So I think what's going to happen is when I get to Miami, then it's really, really going to sit in, maybe tomorrow. But I'm very excited. This is my first one, and I cannot wait to see everyone. And here's Michelle.
So now I've got Michelle, and Michelle doesn't know what I'm doing, so I'm going to tell her right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see you before. I'm seeing you before. I'm going to see you during, and I'm going to ask you the same question, and then I'm going to talk to you afterwards. Okay? So you just got the chills. So you get to talk into this part here. I'm going to give it to you. But tell me what your feelings are right now, and also your previous experience.
Well, I got the chills, thank you. My previous experience was I had fun, but I didn't know enough people to, I think, enjoy myself as well as I could have. So I think this time I'm going to have an amazing time because I know so many people and I keep getting the chills as I'm talking about this. Thank you, Nikki. It's going to be an amazing time with some amazing friends that I get to meet for the first time and hang out with people that I see more than once. Nikki and Brooke, yay. And of course, Amy, my BFF. Wait, is that it?
Hey, that was a good answer. No, that was great. But I'm gonna get you during. So like, be thinking of like your favorite moments. I might have to grab you as one's happen after one has happened. So we're waiting for our flight. We're gonna be boarding here shortly. Fingers crossed that Jordan Knight might be on this flight. Fingers crossed that he might be on this flight. You just never know. So, Brooke, I'm going to ask you, and then I'll do me. What are your feelings right now? Like, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling very tired and I'm very excited, but I don't know what I'm excited for because doesn't feel real. So it's like a weird feeling, but I'm anxious to get on the plane and get up in the air and get back down in the air and then be in Miami, and then I think maybe it'll hit me.
I agree. I don't really know what's going on either, and it has not hit me yet. All I know is that I'm kind of already sweating, and that's a bad thing. But I will say that Deepa got me this fan, and it was going off in my bag, and I didn't realize it had a light on it. So it's really cool. But all right, we are going to conclude for right now, but then we might pick it back up on the plane. So until then. That's us. But can I just say, like, it was really weird. I thought there would be tons of blockheads everywhere.
And
like,
there were not.
There weren't.
No.
And there were, when we posted on Instagram, somebody said, "Oh, I was on your flight." And I'm like,
I never saw you.
no.
But maybe we wouldn't. Maybe they were not wearing a New Kids shirt. I didn't wear a New Kids shirt.
Oh, I did.
So maybe.
Hey, I'm always dressed
so
for
did
the
Michelle.
occasion.
I think Amy did too.
I'm always wearing New Kids. Anytime I can,
So-
I'm going to wear New Kids on the block.
Right. So
Give me one more night to love
probably
you.
why.
I don't know.
So, yeah, maybe that's why. But that was cool. But no, we didn't see very many blockheads.
No. But I was like, I watched a couple movies, had a drink, had the
Yeah.
ability to have 2 drinks.
Yep.
Didn't, because that first drink kicked it into high gear for me.
Yep.
And we made it to Miami and shared an Uber,
Schindlerberg got to our hotel.
got to the hotel.
Where they happened to be doing
It was
the
overwhelming.
pop-up.
It was overwhelming for me. I'm going to just say it right now.
Yeah.
Because I was hot. I just wanted to change my clothes.
Right.
Like, I just wanted to change my clothes. And they're telling us our room's not ready. And by this time, it was like 3:30.
And there were so many blockheads there.
There were so many people. I feel like I hope that I wasn't rude to anybody. I'm just putting it out there. I'm so sorry if I was like, poor Jamie. I like teased her. Like,
You did. You licked her.
I didn't mean to. My mouth was open and she went in for a hug and like I went to say something and like my tongue was out. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, oh my gosh, did I just like teeth you? Like, I didn't like bite her, but like, oh my gosh, what are the chances? Like, who does that happen to?
It's like the time I accidentally flicked that thing in
and
your
it went
throat.
in my throat. I mean, it was so.
Like that doesn't happen.
And she was totally cool with it. She was just like, it's no big deal. But I'm like mortified. I'm mortified.
I mean, you couldn't help it. It was just weird.
And I was exhausted.
I wish I saw it though. I didn't see
Oh
it.
my
I wish
gosh,
I
I was
saw
so
it. I would have
embarrassed.
died.
I was so embarrassed. And I love her. Like, I've been talking to her since the beginning. And she was trying to get on the boat. I don't think they made it on the boat.
No.
I'm guessing not, because I feel like I would have seen her. I'm not sure though,
Mm-hmm.
because there were people that I really did want to see that I didn't get to see.
Yeah. There were people that I know that were on the boat that we didn't see.
Right. Which is crazy,
I know.
but not crazy.
Well, but that's the thing. Like, if they were in Group B and we were Group A,
Right.
we were kind of on different schedules.
Right.
And, like, I could see that.
Right.
I could totally see it. But it's weird.
It was.
to think.
It was.
It was so fun.
It was so
Oh
fun.
my God, I loved it so much.
So,
But yeah, the hotel.
we got to meet a lot of people in
Yeah.
the beginning, and that was awesome. And Michelle went to go to her room, and there was somebody in it. Occupied.
I've had that happen before.
Have you?
Not fun.
Have you like opened the door and they're there?
Yes. A man. I was like 22. I was working in retail.
Oh my gosh.
And it was at the Hampton Inn in Portland.
No.
And I was staying overnight, and I went to my room. I opened up the door, and I saw luggage. I saw bare feet on the bed, and then I heard "Ho ho," and he was mad.
At you?
Yes, I didn't see his face. He was like, get out, get the. He may have said a bad word. I don't remember really.
Like it's your fault.
I know. I was horrified, and I went to the front desk, and I was like, "There's a man in the room." And then he ended up coming down and complaining at the desk.
Like it's your fault.
Right. No, he wasn't complaining about me.
Mm-hmm.
It was more about the situation.
Yeah.
But I was horrified. And also I was like, he is like this old man.
Right.
To be honest, he's probably 40. But when I was 22, he seemed like an old man. And you just sent a 22-year-old single female into his hotel
Or
room.
vice versa. What if it was vice versa?
That's why I always bolt the door.
That's a good idea.
Always. And my husband doesn't understand that. He's like, you're crazy. No one's going to come in here.
Oh, baloney,
I'm like,
you did it.
I'm like, until they give them the wrong key.
Right. It just happened.
And they walk in and, oh, you're getting out of the shower.
Right.
Or I'm getting out of the shower.
Right.
No, thank you.
Right.
I don't want to scar them for life.
No. Stop.
True.
So we ended up finally getting our room, but it was
Yeah.
like
Finally got in our room.
it took a long time. I want to say it was like 5:00. At least 5:00. Because they cut off the Danny line. Like the thing is, we got there and Danny had just showed up. Right? I think he had just showed up.
He
To get
got
the
there at
pop-up.
like 2.
Oh, okay.
So that's when we landed.
Maybe they just cut off the line.
They did cut
when we
off the
got there.
line when we got there. Right
Yeah.
about when we got there.
Yeah.
And when we got in the room, I think it was like 4:30 or so. I think it felt later than it was.
Yeah.
Because we were so tired and so hot
Yeah.
and so over it.
Right.
Because we went in and you grabbed something to eat. I had eaten something when we were waiting.
Right.
And then you grabbed something, we went up to the room.
Right.
So it was around, like, by the time we got in there, 4:30, 5:00.
Yeah. Because we laid down for a little bit.
I don't remember. I was so tired.
We laid down for a little bit because we decided
Yes, we did.
we decided
Right.
we weren't going to go to karaoke
Right.
because we thought, you know what? We're not in good spirits. We need some rest. You hadn't slept. So we're just going to lay down for like a couple hours. And so I got up around like 6:30. I think it was like 6:30.
It was because I have this picture of me and Jordan. And the timestamp is 6:38. That's where we went.
Hey.
When we got up, we went to the
maybe
pop-up.
maybe it was like 6. But it was only like a half an hour that we lay down.
We didn't lay down that long.
No. And maybe we got up to our rooms at like 4:30, so it wasn't too bad, but still that's an hour.
It felt like
3:30.
a really long time because we were really tired.
Right. And so
And everyone else was getting their rooms.
right.
And we hadn't.
Right. And people that had checked in after us
Right.
had gotten their rooms and we were like,
Right.
did you forget about us? We ended up Ubering. So here's the thing. We use Uber a lot.
Yep.
Some of you guys, it's pretty good to you know.
Yeah.
We've had good luck. We had great luck in New York City
Yeah.
using it. It got us from point A to point B, got us where we needed to go. It was awesome. It was safe. We felt safe.
Yep.
I couldn't believe the experience we had. I couldn't believe that someone would rate us, give us a low rating for a ride.
I don't think it was that. I think you gave me a 4 out of 5.
But still, why?
But like, why'd you give me a 4, man? I complimented your car.
And you tipped him.
Yeah, and we were right there.
Right.
Like, you didn't wait for us.
No. But anyway, he took us to Target.
Yeah.
And gave us a low rating. But the guy on the way back was awesome.
He was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like explaining to us that like he'd had to go out of his way to give us a 4.
Right.
And I'm just
It's
thinking,
like when it
we
comes
were
up,
nice.
I guess automatically it's like a 5.
Right. The only thing I can think of is that a bug bit me when I was back there. Like something bit me. And I kind of freaked out a little bit.
I don't remember.
Well, I don't think you noticed, but he looked at me with what's the matter with you? That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I was like, heebie-jeebied.
Oh, yeah. Well,
If
obviously. a
So,
bug bites you in a car.
right. I'm thinking, what could it be?
Yeah.
But it was but I squished it. So I was like, okay, cool. It's
Right.
not like a bed bug or something.
Right.
Anyway, because, I'm terrified of that stuff.
Yes. Well, as you should be.
Right. So
Anybody should be. That would be terrible.
Right. So we went to Target. We got some stuff because
Yep.
we really needed to.
Yep.
Why we didn't get food, I don't know.
I got some nuts. I got some cashews.
I know you did share those with me. I was very appreciative.
did.
I should have gotten some snacks. And we went to Marshall's too. I don't remember why. Oh, you were looking for a watch band.
I was looking for a watch band because that was the one thing I forgot. I bought a new watch band at home and I left it on the kitchen table.
Ay.
I'm still wearing it.
The new one?
The new one that I got
Oh,
at
I like
Target. It's not bad. It's a little shorter than I'd like it to be.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have as much slack on it like I would prefer, but
Yeah.
Whatever.
So then we just kind of hung out, and then I realized I had all these messages that I hadn't answered. And then I realized, oh crap, I was supposed to text Jessica.
Oh, yeah.
And I freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, Brooke, I was supposed to text Jessica as soon as we got in. I didn't text her. Oh my word, it's been like hours. So I messaged her and I was like, I'm so sorry. I forgot to text you. And she was just hanging out.
Yeah.
And so we had her come up and we
Which
hung
was
out.
cool.
And then shortly after that, Carmen was like, hey, I have something for you. I have a surprise. Let's get together because we have to do it tonight. And I don't remember if she told me what it was or whatever. But Carmen, you're a national treasure.
I have the picture to prove it. So before this, we did get dinner from the bar.
That's right.
And we brought it to the room.
That's right. That was a whole
rigmarole.
my
And
gosh.
we found out that if you ever go to the Marriott Biscayne Bay and you want a pizza, you can share that shit.
Please don't get a whole pizza for yourself because
It was
you don't
huge.
need to.
It was huge. It was enough for like 2 really hungry people or like 3 people.
Right. Just get one pizza.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yep.
One pizza.
One pizza, you're good. And it was like reasonably priced.
Right. So they come up to our room and what does she have? Dr. McGillicuddy's.
Dr. McGillicuddy's. And she had a couple different versions of it.
Yeah.
She had like the regular,
it was like a peach one too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
what
we had some fun with that. And
I didn't.
No.
You did.
Yeah, I love Dr. McGillicuddy's.
I was not in any place to drink anything that evening.
And
I was
then,
so tired.
And then Mandy came and we got to see her. And then and then Christine. And then we decided to take the party downstairs.
Yeah,
Because we had a lot of
bar.
people. Yep. And that's when we all were gathered. We all talked we stayed out there for an hour, hour and a half. And I ended up going around the table and asking people about what things they were looking forward to and, just talking about the cruise, especially Christina. This was her 10th cruise.
That's amazing to me.
So after this, I'm going to plug that stuff in.
Perfect.
Right after this, and so you guys can listen to that because it's really cool. I'll also plug in Michelle and Amy did it at the airport.
Yep.
So we'll plug that in and then plug everybody else's response in too. And then I have asked for responses from the people that I got messages from. I asked them to record thereafter. I need to get Carmen and Christina. So Carmen and Christina, if you're listening, send me your audio answers.
Yes.
Anybody who did this, because I want to hear your end answer, and we'll play that in our last episode.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, we'll put that in right now. So I'm recording. We are at the Marriott, and we were all outside enjoying each other's company. We just did Carmen and I had some Dr. McGillicuddy's.
It was delicious.
It was wonderful, and it brought back so many memories. And so we're just enjoying ourselves right now.
Wait, you
talked about Dr. McGillicuddy.
It's good.
Carmen brought me Dr. McGillicuddy's.
Can you tell me what it is again?
It's peppermint schnapps.
Not peppermint schnapps.
Oh, sorry. It's not. It is not peppermint schnapps. For the record.
Dr. McGillicuddy, my stepbrother
We had. It's in my belly now.
I love that stuff.
What, Michelle? What? What, Michelle? Where have you been?
Massachusetts, and then I moved to Rhode Island. I moved to North Carolina for a little while, and I moved to Rhode Island, and there I am.
All right, I'm gonna go around the table. I'm gonna ask you a question. Would everybody like to participate? Sure. Okay. I'm going to ask you. I already asked Michelle and Amy this question. But what are your feelings and what are you looking most forward to for this cruise?
I am looking forward to hanging out with my friends, Team No Sleep, seeing some hot men, maybe getting a hug from some of them.
Which hot man?
Well, you know that there's one in particular, Joe Mack, that I want a hug from.
Is this your first cruise?
It is my first cruise. I'm very excited. Yay!
It's a lot of
Kelly?
Hashtag Kelly in the house. What am I most looking forward to on the cruise? Or
How are you feeling right now?
I am feeling quite overwhelmed because there's been at least 2 people who have already stopped and like, are you hashtag Kelly? And I was like, whoa, we got groupies. And then that was pretty awesome. Okay, nobody's groupies. Everybody is great. It's amazing because I feel like there's just so much love here. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen tomorrow on the boat. And anytime there's some negativity, I'm just going to ignore it. But I'm excited to have a great time with my best friend and all these other people. If there is,
Guess what's gonna happen?
Nikki's going to put a foot down. Yeah. She's going to throw her bows. Nikki's going to throw them bows.
There's so much more.
Yes.
Kind of like sent me, and I was just like, yeah. I just.
Did you ask them the same question?
So I think that I'm just really looking forward to the friends. And well, you know, I mean, I can appreciate the hot men, but I have a topless hat in my suitcase. Christine, you want to know what I'm really looking forward to?
I do, Kelly.
I'm looking forward to hashtag Mission Interview Joey 2018. And if it doesn't happen, we can be a 2019. And it's also going to be the year of Jordan in 2019. Guess what? It's Jessica's turn.
I'm real into the picture on this thing.
Oh, do you like that?
So I am excited for all of the new people that have never been on the cruise before to see how much fun they're gonna have. I've only been on the last 2, and it was basically the same thing, kind of, because it was the same place, same schedule, sort of. So this will be different for me. And then, I want to see what everybody else thinks. That's their first time. And just seeing what happens. I like having no plans. All right. And meeting everybody, because I've never met any of these people before in my life until today. So that's all. Okay, love you guys.
All right, you ready?
So wait, you ready?
Mandy is next. Actually, how do you feel right now? And what do you?
Scale of 1 to 10? Or
No, like
are we
what?
going bad,
Like what are your
good?
feelings? Like what? Hold on.
Like
Yeah, like emotions. Like
mental.
look at that. Look at those lights up there. Sorry, I just noticed that. They have to. Okay, so what are you feeling right now? Like what are the emotions you're feeling?
Okay.
Of like your day so far.
It's been a very long day.
I bet.
It's been 24 hours since I left my house. I have not yet napped from Los Angeles, California.
What is your name?
From LAX. Oh, my name is Mandy Cortez, Los Angeles, California. I left my house 24 hours ago. I just still can't believe I'm here. I'm still in like a euphoric state. Is that the word to use? Like, like, this is really happening. And it's hit me, but it hasn't hit me.
No.
And I think when we get on the boat, it's totally going to be like, this is happening. I already know I'm going to cry.
Is this your first?
This is my first cruise. So I'm going to cry. But yes. And then what's the second question? And what am I looking forward to?
The most?
I am honestly, this is random, but I'm looking forward to the game show, whatever the game show is going to be. I'm super looking forward to it. I hope someone I know gets chosen to do it.
That would be
because it's just that much more exciting when it's like you have a connection to someone and they're in that spot of like they get to stand by someone. Yes, early.
Late. We're late.
Wait,
Well,
what are we early?
we're still very excited. We're early.
I don't know. I just show up.
But yeah, so I'm most excited for the game show because I don't know, it's something out of different for them that I've never seen aside from YouTube. So I'm very excited about that.
That was fantastic. That was fantastic.
Then I think it's like a light or something.
Okay, are you ready? Yeah, I'm going to ask you, Carmen, because I didn't identify you in the podcast episode, neither one of you. So I'm going to ask you, it's the same Apollo question. I'm cheating here a little bit. So,
Different feelings, though.
what are you feeling right now, and what are you most looking forward to? Now, this is your fifth cruise. Oh, hey. Watermelon. Thank you. I'm having a watermelon margarita. We were right in mid conversation. Is it still recording? It's still recording. So it recorded all of our conversation. So, what did I ask you? How you're feeling right now, and what are you most looking forward to?
Okay, so right now I'm feeling a little bit tipsy,
We had some doctor.
which is nice. Because usually right before the night before I get a little anxious because I never know kind of what to expect and is it going to live up to my expectations and all of that. I think what I'm most looking forward to is actually a little different this year. I'm actually, the first few years I came, I didn't really make much of an effort to actually get to know people. I was lucky enough to come with a roommate who's been on every cruise, so she knows everybody, so I just kind of was like, okay, cool, and I thought, I'm never going to see these people again. And now it turns out I see them all the time. They've become good friends. So last year I started to really make an effort to really get to know people. And I'm so glad I did because one of those people that I met last year is now one of my roommates this year. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most. That and, standing next to Jordan. But it's just reconnecting with people that I feel like I know, but maybe I either haven't met or I only get to see once a year. And also, getting to see first-timers and seeing them experience it because it's magical and there's nothing like it. And no matter how many times...
This is a great answer.
It's going to be super long, too, because if you see the first part of my answer, I'm feeling a little tipsy. But... no matter how many times you cruise, it's always amazing, but there's nothing like your first time when you don't have any expectations and it just is just magical.
I'm going into this.
Yeah.
I didn't even do YouTube. I watched some YouTube videos, but not a ton because I just want to go into this with zero.
Yeah.
I have because
it's different.
It's so cool to experience it
every time.
So this is exciting. Carmen, that was great. And I am so
deep when I'm kind of drunk.
And I'm so happy that we've gotten to meet and become friends.
Forever friends.
Yes, I'm gonna give you a hug.
Oh, we're hugging.
Oh,
It's
yes.
super good for radio.
Yes, you can't see it, but we just hugged.
It was a moment.
There was. You should have heard her answer. It was very, very nice. I thought he was sitting down to have a drink with us. Okay, Christina,
maybe.
your turn. You are number 10. This is insane.
Woo-hoo!
Number 10. She is on cruise number 10. So, I'm going to ask you a different question. How different are you feeling from the first cruise that you went on to now?
That's a good question. Definitely the first cruise, I had no idea what to expect. And I was also rooming with, I knew one of my roommates, but I didn't know, there was 4 of us in the room, and I didn't really know the other 2. So that was a whole, experience of kind of rooming with people that you don't know and kind of getting to know them. So that was interesting. But yeah, it was kind of like I had no idea what was going to happen, and it was just like, yes, there was 4 of us in one cabin. Yeah. So that was an experience in itself. As 4 women with big suitcases and a bunch of crap all in one little cabin. But yeah, so definitely, I went in like not knowing at all what was going to happen. So going in now, having been on 10, I mean, every cruise is different. So you kind of know what to expect, but like there's always like surprises and different things that happen. And you meet new people, and there's like Carmen was saying, there's lots of first timers. So it's cool to see people kind of experience it for the first time. And it's, 4 days with like the guys that we all love, so you can't like experience that any other time, which is why I keep coming back. Yeah.
So I have a question for you. I would really like to have, and I'm not going to put you on the spot, and I'll take this out if you want me to, but I'd really like to have you on. We'd really like to have you on because we want to hear like how different the cruises have been since like the first cruises to now. We would absolutely love to have you on the podcast if you'd be on the podcast.
Do that. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Yay! So we're gonna have Christina on. It's gonna be so awesome, and we do Skype, so you can just have you on Skype and just have you come on. That would be awesome. So thank you.
They all kind of run together after a while.
That's so awesome. Well, I'm going to pause now, but those were some good answers. So let's reflect on those for a little while I drink my watermelon margarita, and then we'll come back and ask some more people.
So that was really good.
So that was the first day.
Yeah, that was the first day.
That was our travel day.
That was our travel day. And I forgot to mention that we met up with Dawn and Jack. It was nice meeting them.
Yeah, they were there too that night at the bar.
Right. And there were a bunch of us. I had a margarita. I had a watermelon margarita, and it was so good.
Was it really?
I like margaritas.
Ooh. I'm not a huge margarita person. So
margaritas.
So then we went to bed.
And it was a great sleep.
Yeah.
Because we ended up saying the next morning, there were a lot of people that were getting up really early.
Yeah.
We said, we're just like 9 o'clock. We'll try to get up at 9.
Yeah.
And see where it takes us. And that's what we did.
And it worked out well.
It did. We got
there
up.
There are people heading over it at 9.
Right. We got dressed, headed over. We arrived around 10:30, 11-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure because the picture that we took was like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
We saw Danny come in. And we saw Donnie come in.
And Jenny.
And Jenny.
Yep.
And then we went through, and then it was like the line was going. It didn't seem like we were there for hardly.
We were not there that long.
No.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
Because it was really hot.
Standing
outside.
It was really
Luckily,
hot.
we were shaded. Not everybody had shade.
No.
Luckily, we had shade.
Yes.
And it went smoothly.
It did.
It went swimmingly.
It did. And so we got through the lines, and then we ended up meeting up in the, I don't know how you knew to go to the buffet, but we just headed to the buffet.
So what we did first, when we first got on board, we met everybody, and I think it was deck 3.
Yeah.
On the other side of the bar, there was like a sitting area.
Oh, that's right.
We went there, and then we were like,
they waited for us.
Right. And we were like, let's go to the
right,
buffet.
You guys are amazing. You waited for us.
I remember Michelle saying, I remember her looking at me and saying, should we go to the buffet and see how crazy it is? Yeah. And I was like, let's go, because it's going to get crazier.
Right.
So we went right to the buffet. We got a couple tables,
yep.
like no problem, in the back.
Yep.
And we had some lunch.
We did.
And we sat there for a while because we had to wait for rooms and stuff to be ready.
It was so hot.
It was hot in that spot because of where the door was opening.
Yep.
And the heat coming in from the outside.
Yep.
But it wasn't as hot as though we were sitting outside.
That is true. But I do remember like getting up there, having my food and looking out, and people were still lined up.
I remember that. I remember you pointing them out.
I go, whoa, there's people still lined up out there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I read Kara's blog.
Yeah.
And she was like,
I was having
anxiety, like
me too,
reading it, because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, she's not gonna make it. Oh my gosh, like I would be sick to my stomach, because that's how I am. Like a lot of the times I was like, Brooke, I'm so nervous. Are we gonna be able? And you're like, Nikki, we're fine. I'm like, I'm just nervous that we're not gonna make it there in time. And we're not gonna make it. But we were fine.
We're absolutely
plenty
fine.
of time.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we ate, and then we found out that our rooms were like we could go up.
Yeah.
Like 2:30, I think, or 1:30. I can't remember.
I think it was 1:30. They
So we
were
went
allowing access to the rooms, so we were able to go to our room.
Yep.
And throw our shit down.
We knew
luggage wasn't there yet, but like it came shortly
was.
after. You're right. Yours was. Was it both pieces or just your green one?
It was the green one, which was what we needed.
The one that we needed.
Yeah.
To find out that we couldn't use
it.
But
right.
Still.
But we started right away with our
door.
And we had this thing where we were going to have a desk that came out. It was a wooden board.
Yep.
That would go on our thing, and I'd measured it. I'd made sure it was going to fit. Like I was like, this is going to be cool, and then we were going to hang stuff from it, and we had like the 3M things to like stick it to the. Well, as it turns out, it fit, but you couldn't close the door.
Right.
Like you could open it once and then you couldn't close it. And so that was not fun.
Right. It stuck out too far.
Right.
And it hit the door jamb.
And that's what the recorder was going to be hanging off of. That's
our giveaways.
Our giveaways were going to be hanging off of. So it looked very incomplete to me, but
I think it ended up looking just great.
And we had to cut a peak hole. And you were like, and I was really like upset. I was like in tears because I didn't know where to do it. And then you were like, look, this is perfect. Cut it right here.
On Joe's balls. I mean, it's true. Right there on his pants, his crotch area was where the peephole was.
That Lori Latham
Yep.
sent us, because it was a picture of our wall. And you guys can look in the pictures on Facebook. We've got pictures posted there, and we'll post them on the website too. It just so happened to work out, and a few people were like, "Why'd you do that?" And I was like, "Because we needed a peephole."
Right. Are we going to use that next year?
I might do another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe.
Because we could like reinforce the peephole.
Oh, okay, we could do that.
Like make it rounder.
Yes.
And like put a little thing around it.
Yep.
To protect it.
That would be good.
Protect the you know what's.
Did you see Jackie and Maria's door?
It's amazing. I
am so mad that we didn't get a chance to go see it.
I went and saw it.
You did?
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I didn't see it.
Where were you?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I think you were still on the Lido deck. And I went down to the room to do something.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom or something. And I ran into Maria in the hallway. And she needed to go to her room to mix a drink.
Yep.
And I went with her to her room. And that's where I saw it. I think that was it. Or maybe I was with Jackie. I think I was with Maria, though. And I saw it, and it was awesome. Like, it actually moved. Like, you could, like, move the tape.
Yeah, because Jackie said there was a picture.
Yeah, we're in it.
Oh, we're in it?
Yeah.
What picture is it?
It was from when we went to last November.
Oh, when we did my so-called
We had our
weekend?
Santa hats on.
Oh, that's so nice. That's awesome.
It really was awesome. It was really fun.
So I'm not gonna be negative. This isn't negative at all.
Okay.
But this was not my favorite day.
Okay.
Do you know why?
No.
Because I wanted to be with everybody all the time.
Oh.
And like I love you.
Yeah.
And I love spending time with you.
Yeah.
But like I can see you all the time.
Right.
Like I wanted to see other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wanted to be with everybody. And like I didn't realize that they all knew where they were going to go. And we didn't know.
So how I don't know how that.
I don't know how they knew where to go.
I don't either. And maybe it was just because they kept better communication.
See, we had no internet. This is a problem. By the way, can we call them and get that refunded?
Yeah, I was gonna email them.
Yeah, because that was stupid. Like, we had no internet, and
It
we
was
did
awful.
everything
It was
right.
very spotty.
We had nothing, and we couldn't get any kind of messaging or anything. So, like
the Hub app never worked for me.
I think that they all were able to get in line and communicate with one another, and we weren't.
Well, but here's the thing. On the first day, I think it all kind of started in a way with the sail away.
Yeah.
And we were still in port. So, like, we could have.
Yeah.
But I don't know how, because then they ended up meeting back at that same spot that night.
Right.
Now, we were with Christine. Leilani stayed down where we originally were, and you and me and Christine moved up.
Right.
For a better view.
Right.
And
but I know Christine was disappointed too. Like,
yeah.
we just all wanted to, like, be with everybody else. Which, I mean, it's not their fault. It's
no.
just that I was, like, bummed. Like, I was bummed. That's the only...
I don't want to say we didn't know, or we didn't think.
Right. Well, we had tried to get down there, and I was under the impression Carnival was saying we can't go down there.
No.
But that wasn't it at all.
No. There was just a lot of people down there.
Right. And I now wish we would have just gone down there.
Right. We were also going in, I think...
The other side?
The wrong side. Like, we should have been on the other side, where we went the rest of the time.
Gotcha.
And then... But, like, I was happy. It didn't bother me.
It did. I don't know why it bothered me so much, but it bothered me. I know
it bothered
sad.
you.
I was sad.
It really didn't bother me. Because again, it was like, and I know that you had no expectations either.
Right.
But that was even part of it for me. Like, no expectations. If it's just me sitting here for the rest of the cruise, like, that is what it is. I'm having fun. I could see, it was really cool to be up higher and see, like, as the boat was moving. This is sail away.
That was pretty
It was
cool.
really cool.
Like, we turned.
Yeah.
That was really, really cool to see that, like, turn. I wish I had it on video.
I have it on video.
Oh, yay. But, like, the whole boat just, like, turned. And it was fun to, like, see that. I mean, we never did that again.
Right.
So it was fun for one night to see the entire boat. But I was like, I wish I was with everybody else. You know?
Right, right.
Because I felt like everybody else was together. And I'm like.
But everybody else wasn't together.
They weren't?
I don't think so.
I think that they were.
Because, well, Christine wasn't, and Leilani wasn't.
I mean, Christine wasn't. Christine was with us.
I don't know where Jackie and Maria were.
Yeah.
So I don't think, like, people were kind of scattered. I don't know where Mandy was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just the type of person that, like, I think I did have an expectation. I had an expectation that I wanted to. So that was my expectation, and I shouldn't have went with that expectation.
mm-hmm.
But I went with the expectation that I was going to be able to spend as much time with my friends as I possibly could.
You did.
I didn't really count for that. Sometimes maybe they didn't want it. You know what I mean? Like,
but I don't think that was it. Like, that wasn't it, though.
No, but I mean, I didn't account for that. Maybe sometimes it just wouldn't be able to happen.
Right.
I just automatically assumed we would be able to be in communication enough so that we could be all together.
Right.
And that's just the way that I am. Like, I always want to be all inclusive and, like, make sure everybody's, you know, and I felt bad because I feel like, you know, I felt like Christine was kind of bummed, and I was like, I wish we could find them, you know, but we made the best of it.
I think it was a blast.
Yeah.
That guy in front of us accidentally bought 6 buckets
Oh my
of beer.
gosh.
And shared it with us.
Beer guy.
Beer guy, where are you? You're amazing. You are a national treasure.
He was like, I was
Thank you.
thirsty.
I was too.
I was so
I wasn't going to
thirsty.
have one. Then I was like, oh, wait a minute. That's a cold
It
beer.
tasted so good, and I am not a Coors Light fan, but I had that Coors Light like no tomorrow. It was so good.
I was dancing with my beer. I actually got a video of my beer dancing.
Hey. So after muster drill, we forgot about the muster drill. Muster drill, that was crazy. Everybody like went crazy. Everybody was crazy.
So I have never been on a ship where they do the muster outside.
And you know what? It's funny is that's what I did on Victory when I
Right.
They did the same thing.
Whenever I've done a muster drill, they take you, like, they'll take you in the theater or one of the dining rooms, or there's different places throughout the ship that you go to.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like air conditioned, And
It
you
was
just go,
so
and there's
hot.
oftentimes there's seats.
Yeah.
So you can just like sit there, and then when it's over, it's over. And when we went outside, I was like,
What is this?
what the fuck? What? I didn't like that. It was hot
Yeah.
and uncomfortable.
But we were like in the front row.
Right.
And, well,
Yeah.
whatever.
Right. And it was when we were coming back from that. Did we go to the room or did we go straight to the
No,
Lido?
we went straight to Lido.
And that's where like there was just masses of people everywhere.
Right.
So we did what we could.
Right.
I thought Sail Away was great. I enjoyed it. The Oath was cool.
The Oath was cool.
And it was like I didn't cry.
I did.
I didn't have like any emotional reaction or anything.
I
other
had
than
an
just like
emotional
happy.
reaction to the end of it.
The end of the Sail Away?
The end of The Oath.
Oh, yeah. I did not, but I enjoyed it. It was good. It was really cool. I enjoyed it. And Jordan was live.
Oh, he was? I missed it.
I remember
that's right,
I
you
was
tried
trying
to
to
go
watch
on
it
there,
and I
yeah.
couldn't go on.
And remember, I was like, he's in this glassed cased in area because.
But he wasn't. He was on the other
he
side.
was on the other side.
But that's okay. It was cool. And so Sail Away was fun. And then I don't remember what we did after that.
So after Sail Away, we went back to our room to get ready for dinner. And we had no idea how that was going to operate because Christine and us, we both had the same table number on our thing. We thought it was going to be like a
normal cruise where they're like, this is your table.
Yes.
And then you have to sit there. And we
But
get
it
there.
wasn't.
No.
And that's fantastic.
Oh, it was great because they were like, sit wherever.
Yeah.
So we did.
And that's when I started to get sick.
Because I sat us right next to the window with the water.
And the thing is, like, I had the seasick patch I had put on exactly what they told me. I put it on that morning. Plenty of time. You want to be on, like, land.
Right.
So we went and had dinner.
Yep.
And it was great. But I was
It was
not
good, but
feeling
you didn't
well.
eat very much because
I wasn't feeling
you
well.
were nervous
and
about
About what?
weren't your eyes feeling kind of...
Oh my gosh, that's when I didn't know what was going on because I started to get blurry vision. I started to get a headache.
Yeah.
I saw like stars. Like, I was like, what is happening? I was freaking out.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go back. I want to go to the game show.
Yep.
I don't want to miss the game show. I'm going to go back and I'm going to lay down. And so I said goodbye to everybody. Farewell. I'm going to go lay down and left you because you were going to have coffee.
Yes. Which, incidentally, they never brought.
Oh.
But I ate
excellent.
my dessert.
And I missed dessert. I missed the lava cake.
So good.
So, and by the way, I did not hardly eat at all this cruise. I lost 12 pounds.
I didn't weigh myself.
I
lost weight on this cruise.
I weighed myself. I lost 12 pounds and my legs are still swollen. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
How did I lose so much weight? I don't know.
You didn't really eat.
And I danced the night away.
Yep.
So, and I sweat a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we all did that.
So when I went back to the room, I laid down and I probably fell asleep for 15, 20 minutes. And then I woke up and all I could think about was our door.
Yeah.
And
Because
so
it wasn't done.
no. And people had come and taken pictures of it. And
Right.
I'm like, oh gosh,
You're like, wait a minute.
it's not done. So I went and I tried to finish it as best as I could.
Yeah.
And I finished it. And then, well, I didn't finish it, but I was pretty close to finishing it. And then I started to get ready for Valentine Girl Night.
Yep.
And that dress was fun. I loved my
I like
dress.
that dress.
And
I wore just a black dress and a necklace that looked like it was going to choke me.
it was nice.
But you know what? It was fun. I was comfortable.
Yeah.
I was very comfortable in my dress.
The internet still wasn't working. And so we couldn't get a hold of anybody to see where anybody was, but we ended up coming up on Lido and seeing Michelle and Amy. So we were like, cool, we'll just park it here.
Yeah.
And Gabby was there with her husband, like came back and
Yeah,
forth.
yeah.
And her friend. So that was fun. We hung out there with them.
Yep.
And it was a cool spot. We got to see Emily. Emily came up. That
Yep.
just shared her story.
A
Twix for
really
Joey.
What?
A Twix for Joey.
I really
Can somebody
like.
please let me know if that's his favorite candy bar, because I'd really like to know.
Because we will stock up and take him on the next cruise.
How you doing, Joey?
So, I really liked that spot because you could see everything.
Yeah.
And it was like not as hot
Yeah.
because you could like move around and dance. Now,
But it got more crowded than that on the other nights.
we were up higher. Like we were up pretty high.
Yeah, that's true.
We didn't go down to any of those like other platforms. I'm glad we saw that vantage point.
Yeah.
I'm glad we ended up where we ended up the next nights.
Oh my gosh.
But
Best spots ever.
But I did really like that.
Yes.
But we'll talk about that on the next night too.
Right.
So I was feeling really good that night though. Like I was feeling so like,
oh, we totally forgot to talk about the game show.
oh shit.
Oh crap.
Well,
Went to the game show.
Yep. Rewind. Went to
Rewind.
the NKOTB game night.
Yes.
And
A little risky business.
can I
Joe.
just say,
A little risky business.
He
was a little risky with his business.
He was a little risky with his business, and it was like, jiggling all around. I got video of that too.
But you know what? He was wearing black underwear underneath the white
Yes,
underwear.
he was. I saw that. He had it locked down.
Yes, he did.
But it was still jiggling.
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
But I really liked seeing their interactions.
Yeah.
They had Kimmy Gibbler on there.
Yep.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
Wish it were me.
Me too.
but it was cool, and I feel like from what I've read and heard from other people like in the group and stuff, I feel like we're really lucky that we had like the really good game night.
Yeah.
Like we had the better one.
Really?
Yeah. Because like the fun the shenanigans
Yeah.
didn't really happen on that next one. Like Jordan and Joe like dancing.
That was the best. To give it to you?
Yes.
That was the best.
I loved that. That was so funny.
That was amazing.
That's where it was jiggling. And did you see I uploaded videos on YouTube?
Yes, I did. I uploaded some too.
I saw those.
Hey.
I gotta upload more. But
So go on our YouTube. Subscribe.
Yeah, I posted the link
Please.
today. So hopefully people will see it and they'll be like, hey, we got some cruise videos up.
Yeah.
So, and more to come.
Hey, see that stuff over there? That's for our next video.
I see that stuff over there.
Still waiting.
Well,
I have some items that are still needing to come.
So that was fun. And then like Donnie and the Joe lift.
That was amazing. Good job, Donnie.
For real. That's amazing.
When did Danny come into the crowd?
He came on first. Well, like Donnie and then Danny and then John and then Jordan and then Joe.
No, into the crowd.
I don't remember.
You guys remember? I didn't know what to do. He was coming at me and I was like, we're going to do this. We're going to hug it out. Okay, cool.
Now, was that during the concert or was that game
That was
night?
game night.
So, you know when it was?
Because he also came down during the concert and I was like, I already hugged you.
I'm going to get the fuck out the way.
Yeah.
Just like Donnie says.
Yep, that's what I was going to do.
So that was when, and I don't know if this happened in the other show or not. I'd be interested to find out. When they started, like the DJ started playing Tonight.
Oh, that's
and we
right.
sang, like everybody sang, and then he stopped and everybody kept singing.
Yes, that was awesome. I forgot
And then the
about
guy
that.
sat down and we kept singing.
Yes.
And then it got to the point, and then Johnny was like, well, I have it on video. I uploaded it last night.
Oh, sweet.
And Donnie was like,
go to our YouTube, subscribe.
you know what we got to do? And he like ran out into the crowd. And I think that might've been that's when I stopped recording. Cause I was like, oh shit, they're coming.
Yeah.
They're coming. I got to turn this off. I got to be like full, like all eyes on deck.
Yep.
I think that might've been
I just didn't know what to do. Cause he was like walking right towards me. And I was like, are we going to do this?
I wish I had that on video because it was
It was a
kind
little
of funny.
awkward.
It was a little awkward, but whatever.
But he hugged me.
It happened.
Like, he gave me a real hug.
It
He
happened.
didn't give me just a half hug.
Like a bonk, bonk, bonk.
No.
No.
So anyway, back to day one.
Back to life. back to.
Risky
So the game
business.
night was really cool.
And then now let's talk about Valentine Girl.
Okay, so that night, that was fun. We met up with Amy and Michelle. We talked about that.
Yep. We danced.
We danced. I feel like I danced a lot. Like I had a lot of fun.
I did too, but I didn't wear my shoes.
No, you didn't. You never wore those.
No. Next year.
Yep, you got them for next year. That's
Yep.
right. I wonder if maybe between now and then you should like lacquer them,
I think that's a good idea.
like on the sides, so
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
don't come off.
I think that's a good idea.
Um,
If you don't know, I had these rhinestone platform flip-flops that I made that say Joe and rhinestones on the side of them. Also, I forgot his Walkman.
Oh,
Joe, I made you a Walkman that has
Again.
rhinestones,
again.
and I didn't give it to you. So
If you want it, come collect
if
it.
you
in
and I
Bangor,
end up
Maine.
hanging out sometime, collect.
So, but that was a fun night. It was kind of an earlier night.
It was an early night.
We were tired.
Yep.
It rained.
Right.
It
I can
yeah,
I
and
can
that was a
remember
Jenny
you-
and Rod night.
Right. I can remember you saying, I wouldn't be mad if we left right now. And
Yeah.
it was still like 2:30.
I mean,
Or
it was-
like
it was
1:30,
late, yeah.
2:00.
It was late for
Um,
sure. We had been out there for a while.
Yeah. And so we ended up going back and then we went to bed.
Yeah.
So
So we did see Jenny and
but
Rod.
Jenny and Rod.
That was really cool.
Oh, I have hiccups.
She got her kiss
Jenny.
from Joey McIntyre.
And she danced with him. Hello.
This is pretty special.
Hello. I want to see all the videos.
That was pretty special.
I want to see all
And
the
we
videos
love
of
them
that
anyway.
moment.
They're awesome
Oh my
people.
gosh.
So
Rod was checking in with us.
okay.
Can we just stop the presses?
Can we just say for a second? Yeah.
Yes.
Rod was awesome. He
And
did
Jenny
check in with
told me
us.
today. I was texting with her, and she said that Rod would say, "I'm going to go check on Nikki and Brooke,"
And he would.
and he would come check on us and say, "So what's going?" Like he was like excited to
How you feeling? How
hear
you doing?
Our reactions.
Yeah. It was really sweet. It was
And-
really sweet. So we really appreciated that.
We
That was
really,
nice.
really, really, really do, and it's just so cool that they did this for their honeymoon, like that they went out and.
And I'm
seriously.
glad. I'm just going to put in here. I'm really glad that after this cruise, they did another cruise.
Yes.
That was maybe a little bit more of like a relaxing type of cruise.
Right.
Because they deserve that.
Exactly.
They deserve that.
Exactly.
But and I hopefully they had a good time on that. I think they went to Cuba,
Yes.
which is awesome.
Yes.
So
She said they slept a lot.
good. Good. That's the time to do it. That's great.
Yes,
So
yes.
they're good people.
I'm just sad that I didn't make it to Versailles. Cafe
I know,
Versailles.
me too. We
But-
were too tired.
But hey, next year.
Next time. If it's out of Miami, next year.
I'm gonna give it to you, Versailles.
If it's out of somewhere else, well, then we'll have to find another place to go.
Orleans. We have to go down early.
Galveston.
Oh, could you even imagine?
Shane McDermott, what's
could,
up?
Could you even imagine?
What's up?
Could you, Shane? Are we gonna go do Shane? Are we gonna have lunch together? He said when I'm in Galveston.
He would. We'll just have to go a day early.
Brody, please don't let this be your birthday.
It will be. It's always like the same dates.
But you know what? Brody would understand.
Yes, he would.
So
He's a big boy.
yes,
And he's a good boy.
yes,
But that was a fun night. I enjoyed it, but we turned in.
we did.
This was the most sleep I got the whole cruise.
Yes, because the next night you didn't get any sleep.
None.
Well, I would say the most sleep that you got was that day.
But I didn't sleep solid that
Oh, okay.
day.
Okay.
I couldn't. I did sleep off and on quite a bit, but I couldn't sleep a good solid
Yeah.
sleep.
Yep.
Um
So the next day was Friday, day number 2.
Oh, I loved this day.
This was a good day. This was a great day.
Yeah, I loved this day. So this day, we slept in a little bit.
Yes.
We were in no rush.
No. Nope. And people stopped by. Now I couldn't remember. Did Stephanie stop by and her sister? Do you remember her and her sister?
I remember
stopping by?
I remember them stopping by,
And they gave me a New Kids on the Block plate.
but I don't remember.
Same with Candy. Candy stopped by and gave us cookies.
Yeah,
You were sleeping.
I was sleeping.
So
when
I think that may have been day 2 that she stopped by.
but I remember people stopping by
Yeah.
throughout the cruise. I don't remember specifically who stopped in when.
And I think Jen
But we had a lot of visitors.
Jen Matuska stopped by too.
I think she did that day too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we got ready. We hopped on that tender or whatever they call it. And
Yep.
with Charlene.
Yep.
And we headed to the island.
We did. We had lunch.
There were chickens everywhere.
There were chickens all over. And then they were serving chicken.
Can I just tell you, and I talked to Steph today too about this. I wouldn't have been mad if we just stayed there the entire time on that island.
Oh, yeah. No, I love that island. That was amazing.
I wish that we would have just like docked there and then spend the next day there.
Yeah. I loved that.
And then
That beach was gorgeous.
Can we do Carnival? Are you listening? Rose Tours? Can we do that?
Well, that's the thing. Like in some cruises, not those types of like, I don't know Carnival to have done that or whatever, but like Disney will like they'll do like a double dip.
Yep.
Where they'll go to their private island twice in a cruise, which is amazing. That because those are always my favorite.
Yeah.
Because it's not as busy. You don't have typically you don't have like vendors trying to sell you stuff.
Right.
And they're kept up really well and they're clean and they're comfortable and it's like an easy, lazy day.
Yes.
And it's cheap.
I mean, we spent no money.
Right. And we
got
had a
off the
great
boat.
time.
We got off the boat. We went right down to the beach. Well, after we ate, we
Yep.
went right down to the beach, got right in the water, and like floated the day away.
Yeah, we watched, like, we didn't
Well,
do, like, the Johnny
did the-
selfie line.
We didn't, no.
We didn't do any of that. We watched it all from the water.
Yep.
And that was cool. Like, I was cool with that. I didn't need to stand in a hotline for a selfie with Donnie. I never got a Donnie selfie.
I actually would have gone into that selfie line. I didn't realize it was happening.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't know.
I was not about it.
I would have been like, sign me up.
No, I was not about it. And
I did not get a selfie with Donnie.
no, but I felt like fine because I had gotten a selfie with Donnie a couple weeks ago in New York.
That's how I felt too.
So I was like, I'm good.
I just thought it'd be fun to get a selfie in the
Yeah.
water. Like I thought that'd
It'll be
fun.
cool to have it in the water.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing it in the water.
Oh, he wasn't?
No, it was like on the people were really hot.
Oh.
Like I don't remember who I was talking to, like our friends that did it.
Oh, Drew did it.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, did she?
I think so.
She must have done it after or before she came and was hanging out with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I was cool with that. It was a fun day. It was so nice in that water.
It was really nice.
Jackie made me laugh though. With a fish. Anytime she felt something or
I
someone was like, "What was that?"
I'm the same way when it comes to like things touching me.
I don't want anything to
I
touch
don't want
me.
anything touching me. And those fish
But
were
she
like,
moved fast.
Yeah, she did. I looked and she was gone.
She disappeared. Disappeared.
Oh, that was so much fun though, being with all of them because we initially it was just you, me, and Charlene.
Right.
And the beach was like crowded. Like
But it wasn't so crowded
do you know
that there
who
was
helped
no
us find it was Rod. Rod again to the rescue. He's like, "Oh, Maria and Jackie, they're right down there."
Yeah, he like came walking up like he was walking
How
the
you
beach
girls
but in
doing?
the water.
Like
Yeah, how's it going? How's it going? And then I don't know if I had said like, "Have you seen anybody else?" or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, Jackie and Maria are right up there." And we went to where they were. We passed by and saw Michelle and Amy on the beach.
Yep.
We saw Jackie and Maria and Drew and Jessica.
Man,
Who else?
Drew
did
and
we see?
Jessica.
I love them.
Drew and Jessica.
Can we talk for a minute about that? About them?
Well, because we really connected with them this night.
Yeah.
We really connected with them this night, and like they like didn't feed me, but they fed me. They fed me all night.
Wait, was that the night?
Yeah.
Or was it the next night? Was it the Bush night?
It was both nights.
The Blockiversary night?
It was both nights. I do believe it was both nights.
I don't even remember what I wore.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember.
The Bush night though. Obviously that picture of me.
That
good grief.
So that was awesome. The beach was great.
Yes.
After the beach, I want to give a shout out to Charlene.
Yes.
Charlene, thank you so much for being right on top of that rose when it came to sunscreen. Because I feel like if you were not there,
we would have gotten burned.
I would have gotten burned. I would have been like, I'll just put it on after we
Me
eat.
too.
I'll just put it on when we get on the beach.
And I wouldn't have. And she was like, no, you're going to burn, Nikki. You're going to burn, Brooke. Like, you need to put it on right now.
And I appreciate that because I didn't burn.
Me either.
But I still got a little bit of a tan.
I did too. Look at my face.
Which I'm very happy about, but I didn't burn. I didn't hurt.
See, I tan red though.
I also tan red, except when it comes to ocean beaches. For whatever reason.
But look at my face. It's like red, but it's like dark.
I get brown.
Is my
there.
face dark? It looks dark.
It's tan.
But
it's definitely tan.
My legs are kind of dark.
My legs are not that dark and also still swollen.
Mine are still swollen as well.
Not as bad though. Not as bad as they have been.
Oh my gosh, that last day was awful. It was so bad.
At the airport,
somebody said Fred Flintstone feet, and that's exactly what they were.
Yeah.
They were Fred Flintstone feet, and they hurt so bad.
They hurt, yeah.
Like, they hurt so bad that I thought they were going to split.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, beach, came back on the tender, and that's when, what's her name? I cannot remember her name, and I'm so sorry. But her and her daughter, they came up, and they talked to us and told us, like, how much they love the podcast. You guys, like, it really meant a lot. It really meant a lot. And
absolutely.
I just want to let you know, and I'm so sorry that I'm so rude that I don't remember your first name, but you told me you were a mail carrier, that you're from Ohio, and that you and your daughter were doing this cruise together, and it was awesome.
That was really sweet.
I loved it. And when people would come up and say, I didn't want to be weird, but I'm like,
know.
You're so not weird.
It's
like,
not weird.
Thank you for saying hi.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And it was awesome.
And I even said to some people, like, maybe not a ton of people, but I remember saying to somebody like, thank you for introducing yourself to me. I'm gonna forget your name. And they were like, no, I know. And like, I feel like, see, here we are.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was so awesome talking to you. I can't remember what your name is, but I'll know your face.
Right.
And if I see you again, I'll be like, hey.
Right.
But I'm just like, I'm really bad at names.
I am too.
And I'm sorry. But they were like, no, like, it's cool. Like, we are cool.
Yeah.
Because we're human. People know that.
Right.
So, but thank you so much for anybody that said hello to us.
Yes. So after this, we went back to our room and we started getting ready for Blockiversary.
Yes.
And
I had to take a shower. I remember that.
I took one too.
Because I didn't take a shower that morning. Or I did and I didn't wash my hair. Whatever it was. I remember showering and like getting like feeling refreshed.
Yep.
And crimping my hair.
Yep. And I just did my little crown braid thing.
Yep.
And was good with it.
Yep.
And I had my shirt. My package tour, right? Main event. I keep getting it
I don't
wrong.
remember.
I had the triangle shirt that Joe wore.
Wasn't the total package?
Total package. Yes.
So, and
Maria and Jackie and Kim all had shirts too.
Right.
I wish I wouldn't have worn my skirt. I wish I would have just worn
like black pants.
Black pants.
Yeah.
Because I looked at the picture and I'm like, what I was trying to do was I was trying to incorporate the different decades. I was trying to incorporate. I was trying to like be like previous New Kids with today New Kids.
I get it.
But I should have just not worn it. I should have just worn my black pants.
That's all right. It was cool.
So, sorry, Jackie, Maria, and Kim, that I didn't wear just black pants. I was trying to be too extra.
So, I don't remember what I wore. I wore that New Kids shirt with like the zebra thing.
Yeah.
And I crimped my hair. And I used my foam cord hair thing. And buttons. I had buttons.
Yep.
And that lanyard with Jordan.
Yep.
The one that I was at the airport in Miami.
Yeah.
And I realized I was still wearing it. And I was like, Oh.
Yep. I had my lanyard to my backstage pass, and people were like, "Where'd you get those?" And I was like, "They were like toys you could buy."
Yeah.
Like at Spencer Gift. I can remember.
So, that was a fun night. It was our concert.
Yes.
That was really good. I was very
Yes.
happy.
So, can you please reiterate what happened during tonight?
Oh, absolutely. Now, let me first say,
We're not going to tell Christine's part because we're
No.
going to let her tell that.
right. But let me first say that our seats were incredible. When we booked this
Amazing.
cruise, we did not like set out to get preferred seating.
No.
But as you all know that went on the cruise, and even those of you that didn't get on the cruise, that day booking was like stressful.
Right.
And basically when it came down to it, like we had a budget.
Right.
And when it came down to it, I think literally had like 2 cabins to choose from. One was like an inside, like, pretty inexpensive considering compared to the others. And one was like a preferred balcony.
Right. We took the preferred
We took the preferred balcony. It was at the very top of our budget, but we were like, we want a balcony.
Yeah.
So
Now we know
we don't need a balcony.
You don't need a balcony. You're never going to use it.
We didn't use it.
I mean, some people might.
Some people did. I talked to some people that were like, oh, I had coffee every morning on my balcony.
Yeah. We're not a coffee on the balcony type of people.
I am when I'm with my family and they're still sleeping.
But like when
But
you're
like
when you're
us-
up until 4:00 in the morning, you're not going to have coffee.
Or
on
up
the
until
balcony.
7 o'clock in the
Right.
morning.
Exactly.
You're not going to do that. So, but we learned, but we also got really awesome seats. We were in
Yes.
row E, which
It's like
was
5. A, B, C, D, E. Row 5.
Yeah, it was a few rows behind that though, because they had like the ADA seating in front of it.
Yeah.
But we were right on the aisle, like towards the middle. So it was awesome.
So I kind of stood like in the aisle, and Brooke was like right on the aisle.
Right. I kind of stood in front of the table.
Yeah.
Where you were behind the table.
Right.
I didn't stand like directly in front of you because I didn't want to block you.
No, but you could have, because the way that it was situated,
Right.
like
It was like,
it wasn't a big deal. Plus,
Yeah.
I'm taller, so
and there were really no bad seats in that
No.
area. I know that some people had a hard time seeing from certain spots
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
theater.
Yeah.
But so tonight they do tonight, and Joe comes out. They all come out in the audience like they
Right.
always do every show.
right.
So Joe, I didn't really know where he was. Like he wasn't on my radar.
Right.
Because Joe usually isn't on my radar. It's Jordan. Joe is on your radar.
Right.
I don't know if you even realized where he was. All of a sudden,
all of
though,
a sudden, I felt an arm on my
like he was
shoulder,
there.
and he was like, I think it was him or it was somebody else.
There's a video of that somewhere.
Yeah, do it, because maybe I was imagining it.
But I want to see this video.
Because I feel like he leaned on me, like because he leapt. He leapt.
He leapt across the aisle.
across the aisle.
And I had my arm out, like to my at the side, and it was over like the bench in front of us, like the seats in front of us.
Yep.
And you, I think, had your hand out, and I don't know if he grabbed your hand and leapt onto the thing, and he fell onto my arm, and it was his like crotchal area. Now,
crotchal.
I think when I didn't grab anything. I didn't feel anything.
No.
But it was like, bam, like right on the crotchal zone.
But then after that, Brooke wiped it on me.
Dirty penis hand. But he was like, he was in it to win it.
He was
full
in it.
on.
He was in it.
And then Christine had a moment, and she'll share that in her story.
I know. It was such a good moment.
And then I looked over, and Jordan was right there in the middle. And I felt like he was close, but then he just wasn't close enough, and he turned and went the other way.
So close, yet so far.
I felt like this whole cruise,
he was so
close, but so far away. And every time I felt like, oh, maybe this is it. Maybe this is it.
Yep.
It wasn't.
Nope.
And it all culminated.
Yep.
To night 4.
Yep.
At like, I don't know, 2 a.m. But we'll get there.
We will get there.
So
we will get there.
The concert was awesome.
The concert was awesome. Yes. What?
Okay. No, we'll wait.
What?
I was trying the Jenny thing, But we'll wait until we do her episode.
Yes.
Because, like, there was a whole thing with that, too.
Right. Because right before the concert,
Amber.
Amber came up to me and said, "You need to come with me." And she grabbed my arm and said, "Come with me." And I was like, "Okay." But I had no idea what I was going for. Like
what was happening.
Yeah. And then we found out what it was for. But we're gonna have a whole episode with that. Because that is such a like crazy, awesome moment.
It was like an iconic moment.
Right. That we're just gonna like, it's the Jenny moment.
Right.
And the original CoverGirl moment. She's coming on the podcast and we're gonna talk it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll talk it out. And yeah. It might not be like a full episode.
It probably is gonna be like a half episode, but
maybe we can just get her done and get her released.
Right, exactly.
I mean, depending.
Yeah.
But it's a cool story. I'm excited for that.
Yes. I had a moment at this I had my moment here. I had a moment.
What was your moment?
You don't remember?
No.
So I was like in the back and Joe looked amazing. Let me just tell you right now.
Wait, at the concert?
Oh, wait, no, not at the concert.
Oh.
This happened. Sorry, deck party.
Oh, okay.
I'm moving on.
Okay, yep, deck party. Here we go.
Because I thought we were talking about
Here we go. Whoa.
So we're at the deck party. Let's just talk about really quick about Joe's outfit.
Michelle.
What did Michelle say?
I know you guys are recording tonight, but hi, I miss you.
Hi, Michelle. We miss you too.
Hi, Michelle.
Michelle, Mom Michelle.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Your moment.
So I was just standing there and Tammy, who I love.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, that was sweet.
And Jen Lobster.
Yep.
And Kim Lobster were like, pushed me up to the front. Tammy's like, this is your moment. This is your moment. So Tammy put me like in her spot. Like, this is your moment. I got emotional because I was like, she didn't have to do that.
Right.
Like, she didn't have to do that. And he came up and he looked at my shirt and goes, ah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything, but he made the face. Like,
yeah.
Like a realization.
There's a video. I think Jackie has it. Jackie has the video. It was like a split second, but still, I was like, he recognized my shirt.
Right.
And that was it.
It meant something.
I mean, I had another moment with Joe later on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was quite the moment.
That was cool.
It's like, it's kind of weird now because it's like, I look at him differently in a good way.
Like, what do you mean?
It's hard to explain. I don't know if I can explain it.
Differently, like how? I'm trying to explain it.
Like, he's a person.
Yeah.
I didn't look at him like that before.
Even after the concert? Like your concert when he sang to you?
Oh, I definitely didn't look at him as a person. It's hard because I don't want that to come off as offensive. Like, I look at him like a person, but I think
we know what you're saying.
I looked at him as like I mean, he's still like untouchable. Like, we're not like BFFs. We're not going to go like have coffee tomorrow, like something like that.
Right.
That's not what
he's
I'm
not going to be like,
about.
"Hey, Nikki, how are you?"
No, he has no idea who I am.
Right.
What I'm saying is that
I know what you're saying.
I don't know. Like,
I know what you're saying.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Do I know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. I totally get it.
Like, I have more respect for him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that was even possible. All of my interactions with him were amazing.
Yep.
Which, how does that happen? Do you know what I mean? Like, he set, unbeknownst to him, set the tone of my entire cruise. And like, that happened and nothing could touch that. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
And
it makes total sense.
Nothing could touch it.
It makes total sense to me. Like it makes absolute sense to me.
And it doesn't mean that like I think that he knows me or anything like that. That's not it. I just want to make that perfectly clear.
Yeah.
It's just that our interaction set the tone for the entire cruise. I went in with zero expectations and was blown away.
Yeah. No,
And it was
I get
just
it.
the slightest interaction.
Uh-huh.
But then, like, especially the last interaction that we had, that was crazy.
So I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And that will make more sense when I can speak to it.
Right.
Because I get it.
It just, like, turned everything else around.
Yeah.
So, like, if I was having, like, if something didn't go my way, I was like, whatever.
Right.
I got a selfie with Joe McIntyre.
Right.
Just like at the photo op when all that stuff went down. I was like, Nikki, keep your shit together. Like, you got a selfie with Joe. There are so many people that didn't. You know, you need to be unselfish and realize that that happened. So just keep it together. We'll talk about that later. But
so when that happened, I remember like her pushing you up, like, like grabbing you. And then as he was coming down, I grabbed Christine.
Yes.
And I pushed her up.
Yes.
So I was like, would I take a selfie with Joe? Sure.
Right.
Will I appreciate it as much as she would? No.
And again, I'm going to take this second to say sorry, Leilani.
But she got a selfie.
I know, but that wasn't me. That wasn't me that does that. I don't do that. I would normally be, I don't know. I was in selfish mode.
So
Leilani, I know what I did.
So I pushed Christine and she got one. Like, I think like all the Joe girls got one. Like
That's
that were right
awesome.
there. I thought that was really cool.
I loved it afterwards, how we were all like, like it was just awesome. Cause I got my selfie and I GTFO'd.
Yeah. That's how
Like
all my stuff was the last night.
I turned around and bloop. Done.
So this night was really was fun. And we were there almost to the end.
Yes.
But on this night,
I'm sorry.
What?
Oh, Deepa just wrote miss you.
Aww.
Deepa, I miss you too.
She's so
Deepa.
sweet. This night is when I met Deepa.
Yes.
So did
we meet Deepa? Yeah, we met Deepa before the concert.
No, I met Deepa at the after party.
Oh.
So we got bracelets for the after party.
Yes.
For this night.
Yes.
And that was cool. Well, that was exciting.
It was, and I feel awful.
So we went to the after party.
Well, I only went for a short period of time.
Right. You ended up leaving.
It was just too much for me, guys.
It was a lot.
I had anxiety and I had to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
It was a lot. So I stayed.
Yes.
I stayed till the cows came home.
You sure did.
I think my feet didn't so much bother me. My back was on fire.
Did you dance?
I danced like
did
no
you
one
drink?
was watching. I drank soda. I didn't have any alcohol.
But you just danced.
I danced and I had a good time. It was really hot. It was really smoky,
Mhm.
and it was really like sweaty
Mm-hmm.
and packed. But I just danced. I hung out with Maria and Drew and Jackie. Maria stayed in one spot the entire time and danced like Maria dances. And Jackie and myself and Drew went down to the dance floor in our corner. We had this corner for quite a while. We were there for a long time. And I'm not kidding. When we left the corner and went up, not even a minute later, Donnie was right where we were. But that was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine. We had a good time. But at one point, I went up to get another drink and I went back down and I heard, "Is that Brooke Elizabeth Christopher?"
Oh.
And I was like, and I looked and I was like, "Yes." And she's like, "It's Deepa." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Like, I didn't expect to hear my full name, like in a crowd. And I couldn't really tell where it was coming from at first because it was dark and light, you know. And that was awesome.
I have to just message her real quick.
Yeah.
And say, this is crazy, but we are talking about you right now.
She's so sweet. So it was a good time.
Is that Brooke Elizabeth Christopher?
Yeah.
I love it so
But
much.
it was a really good time at the after party, and it was a lot.
Mhm.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
And I felt very happy that I got to experience it and got to go, and I made the most of the time I had, and it was fun. And I was very tired. At the
I
end.
was sad after I got back, and I was like, I should just go back and just do it. But I didn't, because it just, I don't know. I couldn't do it. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why.
Yeah.
There's just,
but it's hard to explain.
It's hard to explain.
You
I felt
can't
out of my
explain.
element, and I just couldn't escape that.
Right.
So instead of staying there and like making it get worse, I knew it was time to go.
Yep.
But we did stay there for like at least like a half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah, you were there for
hour.
about a half hour or so. Maybe 45.
Yeah.
And you went back to the room, and I left there. I left the club about 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and ran into a couple people that listened to the podcast in the casino. And I sat there with them for about a half hour. How? I don't know. I was so tired, but I was like, eh. And then I came up to the room. And this day, I stayed in the room.
Yes.
This day, I stayed in the room until 7:00 at night.
You did.
I didn't sleep the whole time, but you, like, in the morning, like, I slept a little bit. Then you got up and got ready.
Yes.
And you went to Nassau. You went on shore.
Yes.
And I was like,
That was
I'll
fun.
stay. And then I slept a little bit when you left. Then I got up, and then I slept again. When you came back, we had visitors, and it was
Yeah.
just fun.
Well, we went to Nassau, and we
Yeah.
ended up going to Fat Tuesdays, and this was when everything happened. And again, we're deliberately not talking about Jenny because we want to have her on, and we have plans to have her on, and I want her to tell her story.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing. And you guys have already seen it, I'm sure.
Right.
But it was emotional for me to watch her see videos of it, because she was just seeing videos of it, and like I got choked up watching her, because I kept thinking, I watched her as a little girl, and I mean, we got emotional when she was up there. I mean, it's hard not to talk about it, guys, because it was just such an amazing moment. But then like watching her watch that moment, it got me. And I love Jenny. When I met her in California, it was like we had known each other our entire lives. And again, seeing her again, it was like, oh, we just been away from each other for a few months, and we're back and we're talking. It's just like all of us are like that. Like, it's like we've known each other our entire lives.
I love it.
It is. And when we say that the guys are just a bonus, like people had said that to us so many times, and I've said this, like Jenny had told us, and my friend Steph had said this, like the guys are just a bonus. It's so right.
It's so true.
It's
like,
so true.
I feel like they're, I don't know. It's so hard to explain, but like
Right.
these friendships, they feel like sisters.
Right.
But like,
But that you want, like, not that I don't want my sister, but like family that you want around all the time.
Right. Because they're just so fun.
Like,
And
I truly miss everybody so much. It hurts.
I do too.
It hurts. Like, I can't bear to think that it will be a whole year to not see them. Well, I'm getting emotional. Like, to not see them. Like, I have to see them before a year. Like, I have to see them.
I know. It's crazy to think about it like that.
Because they're like my heart.
Yeah.
Like,
it's special. Forever friends.
for reals, guys.
Forever
For reals
friends.
is what we are.
So,
and we love each other.
to backtrack a little
I
bit
just had
that
a
night.
new verse and you didn't even notice.
I did. I loved it. It was
Oh,
beautiful.
Okay.
It was very beautiful.
Hey guys, here's some audio that we took at Fat Tuesdays while we were in Nassau with a bunch of us. Brooke had stayed in the room, but this is something I did with a bunch of us. So here it is. Okay, so we're in Nassau, and last night was crazy, like crazy. And that's crazy right there. Look at Joe in those pants. Oh my Lord. So I have Jenny, my forever friend from Arizona. You might know her as the original cover girl because something crazy happened last night with her, and I'm going to talk to her about it right now. So Jenny.
Hi, Nikki.
What are your thoughts right now? Let me just tell you, I lost my mind when she was doing the little step, and Donnie did it, and I was like, I know her. I'm such a weirdo. But let me just...
Mine is mush, like mush.
I was just like, is this really happening? And this has been amazing. So last night, Jenny and Charlene and your two friends, Janessa and Patty, got up on stage and they did Cover Girl, and Jenny had her little schoolgirl uniform on. Charlene was dressed like Johnny with her homeboy t-shirt, and then Janessa and Patty had shirts on that had Jenny and Donnie on them. So here's my question. When you were up there, what was like going through your mind? Like, were you picturing... I'm trying to think of what were you thinking about like what it was like before, or were you just like, what is happening right now?
I was like, what is happening right now? Don't fall on your face. What is Johnny saying? What does he want you to do? Look, eye contact. What's happening? It was just so much happening at once, and trying to not be nervous and maintain my composure while trying to pay attention to Donnie. It just, my mind was mush, like reeling. And now looking at it, it's all like, it's past now. I'm trying to think back of what I did, what I said, what did he say, and I can't even remember in a lot of the details. And I'm so glad for the videos that now make me cry. But
they made me cry too because I didn't see that part.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
Talking right now, Diana Roth, not to be confused with Diana Ross, is sitting in front of me, and she has the most amazing video of Jenny, and Donnie, and all of that amazingness. And Charlene. I have to admit, I'm going to say this, it's on the record now. Charlene, I saw you up there and I was conflicted. I was like, wow, Charlene's hot. What's going on in my mind right now? Like, this is all giving me weird feelings. And then Brooke goes, I feel ya. So
then my job is complete. I did a good job.
She sure as hell did. And when you see
the hottest man I could be.
You were.
I did a good job.
I was like,
Kelly approved.
Wait a second. What is happening here? Okay, I'm just gonna go with it.
Be like, how you doing, ladies?
And so you guys stayed up on stage like the whole.
Yeah.
It was like for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So that was like. Sorry if my breath smells bad.
No, it doesn't.
Well, they told us, they were like, we're gonna clear the stage. So then everyone who was there before us, we thought, okay, we're all gonna go down. So they got rid of all the early people who were on the stage, and then Donnie's like, no, you guys stay. So we stayed.
He goes, I'm not done with you yet.
Yeah, he did say that.
I'm not done with you yet. No.
That's amazing. So amazing.
Because I didn't say goodbye or anything. Because everybody was getting off the stage and Donnie was gone. So I was like,
oh, I have a feeling he'll see you again.
or anything.
Oh, I have a feeling he'll see you again.
It was fun though. Because we were going to get off the stage and I was all prepped. I was like, okay,
I was like, hug Donnie,
and then
tell
they're
him
like,
thank
no,
you, hug
stay.
him.
And I'm like, oh, okay. But then we never got to see him again.
Yeah, and then our roomie Janessa got a selfie with John because he was taking selfies, and I said, she was in the corner on the other side, and I said, get over there. John is taking selfies. So she like moseyed over there, and she got the most gorgeous selfie of John.
Yeah.
She's like, my cruise is done. My life is complete.
All done.
And let me just tell you, John.
How you doing, John?
All of them. I mean, Joe was in full effect.
But you know, like when 30 years ago, the first concert, I feel when I was on stage, I felt like I did back then with them on stage. Like looking like, hey, it's just the guys again. Yeah. like they look the same. Obviously, we were all older and aged and a little gray, but they look good.
They look real good.
So good, man.
And it's all about the nostalgia. Like, it really is, because like those were good moments from our childhood. And like now we get to relive them and make friends. Like, what life is this? For real.
It's a good one. It's not bad.
So
It is
Jenny
not
and
a
I
bad
were
one.
saying it's because of you guys.
Yeah.
It is because of you and
It
Brooke.
is. It is.
We're
Nikki
sitting
and
here
Brooke.
in the Bahamas drinking frosty drinks because
Yeah.
of you and Brooke.
Seriously. We told you.
I'm doing math in my head right now. I'm doing math in my head.
Yeah.
So I'm just so happy to meet you guys.
I know. We love
Thank you. Thank you, Nikki.
I love you. For real.
No, it's good. That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
I don't know what I do without you guys. Look at me, I'm a mess. So I'm crying.
Get it out. So the first night, me and Patty got really, really, really drunk.
Yeah, real drunk.
Really drunk. And we went to the game show and we're like, we gotta go to the bathroom! And
She didn't even say that.
Oh.
She didn't even say that.
I don't know what I said.
She's like, why is it spinning? I want to be outside.
I did! So we went outside, I guess, or somewhere, and we got completely lost. I don't remember. Did we even end up back at the game show?
No, they didn't come back to the game show. And then we were looking on the Carnival Hub, and Janessa is like, these are really pretty pictures of you guys.
The next day.
They didn't even remember taking
And
them.
we look at each other, Patty and I, we go, we took pictures? And they're all
That's amazing. That is, I saw them. They were amazing.
pictures. They were like all like legs up and so funny.
You're like, is this a hangover?
I know! It's a hangover movie.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
like, oh, but we felt fine the next day. I mean, we were a little groggy, but for the most part.
Yeah, you guys weren't a mess at all.
Whoa! So much fun, and we danced all night after that. That was just at the game show part, so we didn't even dress for dinner.
Here's the thing. We're at the game
it's a
show.
long day.
Her and Patty disappear. And so they're gone for a minute, and then Janessa goes, I have their sale keys.
Oh shit.
So she's like, well, they can't buy any more drinks because I have their keys. And she had somebody's phone.
Probably mine.
So we're like, we'll find them. So we went to the game show and like, well, maybe they're back in the room, and they weren't because they couldn't get in the rooms because we had their keys.
You guys are crazy.
That was not planned.
I love that you
Oh my
went into
God.
pictures. I love that. You have to buy them.
Oh, it's for
You
sure.
have to.
For sure.
Because I saw them and they're really good pictures.
At least the real prom one.
Yeah,
The prom
for
prom.
sure. Oh, that was fun.
Because I think, whoa, that's strong. I think I was with you guys. I think I was with you. I think I was with you when you found out about the pictures.
Yeah.
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 So,
They didn't even know.
all right. Do you guys want to participate? I'm recording. So, are you ready? So last night was probably the most, one of the most amazing nights that I've ever had.
I would agree. It was a night of a lifetime. It was one of the best nights of my life too, considering my seat. I'm very lucky and thankful for that.
Kim, would you mind sharing your video with us?
Oh, 100%.
Because you guys need to see this. Not only did she get Donnie, which, come on now, like, she got Joe. And it is, let me tell you, you're gonna have to watch it. I'm not gonna reveal any details about it. So, compared to cruises in the past, okay, so this is cruise number what?
My fourth cruise.
Okay, so this is her.
New kids cruise, yeah.
Somebody taking of you?
Yes.
You want to order?
So this is your third?
This is my fourth New Kids cruise.
Okay, so fourth. How is it right now in comparison to the other ones?
That's such a hard question for me because they've all been a little bit different with different.
Oh, I forgot.
With different experiences. I mean, the first is always so special. The second I did Rock This Boat, so that was like another universe. That was, and then 2 years ago was just wicked fun, and then this year is epic because of my so-called whatever.
Oh.
And there we go again. I'm not even kidding. Like all these people that I'm friends with now, and we all just get it, and we can hang out, and it's just amazing. I'm very lucky to be here.
Me too. I love you, Kim.
Oh, dude. Yes, please.
I'll pause so you can order. Are you ordering?
Yeah, I want to order something.
Okay, I'm pausing right now. So tomorrow's the photo op, and tell me a little bit how you feel about that.
You can hold it.
I don't know what to say. I'm like so nervous and excited because I've never met all of them, only Donnie. So I'm like freaking out even now. I woke up this morning going, in 24 hours I am touching every single one of those guys, and I'm overwhelmed with it. Oh, I'm gonna start crying. Oh.
Yes. So I'm back with Kim, and I'm gonna ask her what her favorite moment of last night was.
Oh my God.
You can name two.
Are
you done?
Yes, I am done. I'm like, I don't even know if I should say it, but like Donnie in my face. That was my favorite moment. Him coming right up and just shaking his butt right for me. I mean, it was.
That is the best.
Oh my God, I just love him so much. Everything about him. He's his heart, his body, his soul, his mind, his everything.
And he's Donnie freaking Wahlberg.
Yeah. So everything about him is my favorite part of last night.
That was a good answer. That was a good answer because you've encompassed the Jenny part. You've encompassed him like talking about us being a family and being, and then all of the things he did at the show. Mm-hmm. It was amazing.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. He's like superhuman. I don't. Is he cloned? Is he really the same person? Is he part alien?
This is great. This is fantastic. Oh, we've got this. We've got this. So tell us what you guys think. All right, that was good. So I have Leilani, which I can now say your name. Did I say it right? Yes, you did. Okay. And I say it like fast. I'm not Leilani. I can say it.
That's it.
So I had to force her to come over and talk to me. But I'm asking her what her favorite moment was about last night. And I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I'm going to ask her anyway.
It was definitely when Jenny went up to be the original cover girl with Donnie. It was just, I think it was emotional for a lot of people. Even the people that didn't know it was Jenny at first. Yeah. And then when they saw her and were asking, who is it? Who is that? And people were saying, that's the original cover girl. And literally it was like spread like wildfire through the crowd. And people were like, oh my God, that's the original cover girl. And I think at that point, a lot of us who kind of knew that maybe that might happen, we were literally like, I mean, how do you top that?
No, we were in shock.
Yeah, it was literally, everybody was in shock. And I think even the people that didn't know who she was at first were like, wow.
Right.
It was, I mean, for my first cruise, I don't know how you top that.
I don't think we're going to be able to.
I know, I don't either. But I'm still going to sign up.
Me too. Sign me up. I'm in. Yeah. I'm in for next year.
I'm in for the next 10 years.
Yay! Thank you.
You're welcome. I love your podcast.
Oh, thank you. I love you.
I love you too.
I have something else to say.
Oh, Kim has something else to say.
It's about Donnie again.
Here we go.
Okay, so we're watching NKOTB, right, which is the ultimate station ever. And Donnie talked about this last night, but even before the show, we were talking about it during the day, how 30 years ago, he would just preach love and preach, whatever he was saying, it was just like, we were naive and we're like, okay, yeah, whatever, Donnie, but he meant it and he knew what he was talking about, be yourself and preaching love and love everybody and love, and he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was, and
he was just a little boy.
Exactly. So that's what I mean. He's like so wise beyond his years and ultimately like the coolest person on earth. And then last night Joe said the same thing that we were talking about.
Yes. That's insane. And you guys were just talking about that.
So, yeah, just more gushing about Donnie.
Hey, I love it. I'll take all the gushing of Donnie.
Oh yeah.
All of the gushing.
The splat and gushing, yes.
Splat. That was great. All right, so I'm gonna ask. Let's I'm gonna conclude right now, and I can ask Kelly. Okay, maybe not. What was your favorite part about last night?
Well, I got to sit with Jill, and Joe had really awesome pants, and he jumped up, and he was like on the edge, like he was Jack from the Titanic.
Yeah.
And I like own this shit. And then when Jenny and Charlene went up there, that's pretty freaking awesome too. But those are like a tie, because everything that has to do with Joe just wins my heart. So there's that. So Jenny McCarthy came into our section, and she learned sign language. She's trying to study it anyway, but she was learning how to say bullshit. I cuss on here, right? So she was trying to learn sign language, and the girls were teaching her how to do bullshit, which is just like your pinky and your index finger up. But she kept doing with the thumb, that's I love you. Like, no, it's totally different. You got to do the bullshit the right way. So she's talking about the ADA seats are bullshit because all you can see is people's butts on the stage. You can't even see the guys. Once they put people up there, you can't see nothing. So it's not really fair to them. I feel horrible for them. They should have a better spot. So we're going to try to see what we can do tonight. Try to get a better spot.
Do you think maybe you can sit where we are?
Actually, because Jill is in a little group with Amy and Michelle and I, we're kind of hoping to be back behind that B stage area, front row, by where Jordan likes to go, so we can like help Jill out.
Okay, well that sounds good.
And we're gonna, this is coming out after, we're gonna Sesame Street it up.
Fun.
And you can look for me with my red cape and my blue mask as Super Grover.
Yay!
That's about it. I'm a little tipsy here in the Bahamas, so I should probably check out. Nice to talk to you, though.
Thank you, Kelly.
What's happening with Joe? Anything?
I don't know. You mean like where he was?
No, like with Mission.
Oh, so we have, that is, I don't think that's going to happen like soon. Like not on this, but it will hopefully maybe after.
Come to fruition.
We're hoping, but we'll see where it takes us. And if not, it will be Mission Interview Joey 2019.
Too right.
So
And Jordan.
Deepa is here. Deepa is the one that gave me the fan because and I've used it. And I just realized it had a light.
Yes.
We were in the airport, and the bag started rumbling. I'm like, what is in my bag that's rumbling? I forgot I had put my fan right there so I could have it on the plane.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden there's like this big beacon of light, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it has a light. How do you turn it off? So
The long hold. You've learned that now, right?
oh yes,
Yeah.
yes. And it can charge my phone.
Oh, can it?
You can plug into the back of it. You can plug in like a
No.
phone cord, and you can charge your phone.
my
It's a battery
gosh.
charger too. It is amazing.
You've taught me something. I didn't know that.
All you do is you open it up, and right
Yeah.
there, you just stick that in, and you can charge your phone.
Amazing.
Isn't that cool? Yeah. So, Deepa brought us a bunch of special things. I'm really excited about this, by the way. So, are any of these your favorite? And I got a London magnet.
I really love crunchies, which are honeycomb bars covered in chocolate.
Ooh.
And Maltesers, which are chocolate covered malt balls. But, they're just like classic, like British chocolates and sweets, really.
This is so cool.
I love these
Frutella?
as well. But these are English fruitellas, so they're apple, pear, raspberry, and blackberry flavoured.
Oh my word.
That's cool.
So good.
This is
really good.
I
So
love everything.
Have a little rummage and oh my god,
Twirl
this-
bites.
Do you have twirl here?
No, but I love anything Cadbury. I love
That.
So good.
That's what I was thinking. I might like to open it and taste.
Yes, you've got to do it. 'Cause have you had a flake?
Yeah.
Cadbury's flake.
I don't think so.
No, so that is a flake that's then covered in chocolate, but they're just
Oh,
little
is
bites.
it like a wafer?
No, it's not. It's
Oh.
like rippled chocolate.
I've never.
Then it just like
That's my favorite chocolate.
there was like adverts in the 80s, but like really erotic of a woman in a bath. eating a flake. And it was all steamy, and then there was a lizard that was like clambering over a red phone that was ringing, but she couldn't answer it because she was in the bath eating a flake, as you do.
Oh my god,
that's a riot. Oh my word, I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much.
And jelly tots. Jelly tots are my absolute favourite. They're little kind of sugar pastels, chewy jelly sweets.
Yes.
And I loved them as a kid, and I still love them. And at Christmas time, you can get big tubes of them.
Yes.
So every Christmas, like, everyone just buys them in jelly tots that kind of like see me through till about October.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I can't wait. And the kids will not be eating my stash of candy. I might share a little bit, but not much.
There are some that have doubled up. So.
I was thinking when
they
get
see
that
these,
home and my 6-year-old sees those.
Oh,
her
Brennan,
eyes. Sadie is going to go crazy.
Yeah, they're doubles of some things, so I take that back. We get to get a picture too.
Yes,
so
definitely.
I'm gonna stop recording, but I'm so happy that you stopped by.
Oh, I'm so
happy
I got you.
I know.
I'm so happy I got to record it too.
Yeah.
We'll have it forever. We'll put it on the podcast.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, awesome. All right, we're gonna take pictures and then we're gonna go to dinner. So I'm gonna stop this now.
To backtrack a little bit, that night was emotional for me too, and I don't get emotional.
Yes. You got very emotional.
I got very emotional. So did Maria.
Yep.
And even before that happened, like, I had a really good conversation with like Christian and Mandy at the bar. I mean, that's where all good conversations happen.
Yeah.
Right at the bar. But it was good, and like some things connect, like dots connected that should have connected a while ago for me, but it just didn't, because it's one of those things you have to come to a realization yourself.
Yeah.
And I won't go into detail, but it was just more like,
well, with stuff that I told you,
but like you can't tell somebody, you know what I mean?
No.
Like, it's something that you have to kind of see, like a realization. I mean, that's what it is.
Right.
And it was just kind of cool. And I'm not going to get into like what it is, but just like the community, like just the people.
Right.
Not that I didn't like the people. It's not what I'm saying.
No.
But I feel I didn't realize like I couldn't put it together, like, to be honest, like, why do you want to listen to what I have to say? Do you know what I mean? Like, right. I don't, like, it's hard for me to get. I listen to podcasts that I love, and I really love the people that's on them. So it's hard for me to be like, you're listening to me? Like, what the heck? But it from an outside party.
Yeah.
It made me feel really lucky.
Well, and it's nice it was nice to hear it, because sometimes I
you question,
and I'm going to be honest, sometimes I put myself out there and I'm like, why did I do that? Like, why did I say that? Why did I do that? Why did I? And I'm like, I feel icky about it. Like, I feel like uncomfortable. And then I have somebody say, you know what? I was struggling. For you to be open like that like, people came up and told me, I was like, okay.
That's why.
But I feel kind of, I don't know. I still feel icky when I cry and I leave it in.
But it is you.
I'm an emotionally connected person, but I'm not like that all the time.
No, but it's real.
Well, yeah.
It's real.
It's just embarrassing for me.
And it shouldn't be.
Well, no, I should say it was embarrassing for me. And then I said, you know what? It's not embarrassing, because that's how I feel right now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling right now. And if you have a problem with it, you don't have to listen to it.
Right. Exactly. And that's, I think, the thing. Nobody has a problem with it.
No.
They appreciate it.
No. And it makes me feel better. And then when they say, oh, that can
that connected with me.
And them saying that connected with me, it's like, are you for real? Like, that's so.
It's amazing.
We appreciate that.
So,
we do.
And I think that's what I needed. Like, I needed to meet people and talk to people.
Yeah.
Because like you and me, we talk all the time.
Right. Right.
But we're in it together.
Right.
And it's so different to talk to people on the outside.
Right. And with you were always like, Nikki, be careful. Don't talk to people on the, you know what I mean? Like, don't talk too much, which is still valid. It's still valid. And I've cut,
Yeah.
I think that there is and I don't want to offend anybody by saying this, but there is too emotionally invested.
Yes.
Especially when I have my own things that I need to sort out and figure out.
Right.
That was a weird
siren.
That's not like the usual sound of
it.
It
sounded
siren.
it was like it was from like another country.
I thought it was like a ice cream van.
I thought is that a tornado warning? Like I've never heard that before.
That was like a really weird. Okay.
Anyway.
But yeah, so anyway, it was good to connect to people, and people just kept left and right saying that.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And it was important. That was important for me.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yes. And it was also important, you guys like letting me know that I wasn't foolish.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you right now, my parents would be like, I can't believe you shared that with people.
Mine would be the same way.
Like you're putting too much out there, Nicole.
Yeah, mine would be the same way.
And I'm not. Like,
right.
I'm out of my comfort zone. For sure. 100%. Like out of my comfort zone. But I feel like there's a purpose and there's a reason for me doing that.
Yeah.
So get out of your comfort zone, I guess.
Can I tell you something that I really loved?
What?
And this is backtracking a little bit, but this is going to happen. On the first night at dinner.
Yeah.
I don't remember what we talked about. I don't remember what it was. We were at dinner and you were not feeling well.
Yeah.
And I gave you like a pep talk.
Did you?
I did. Because
oh
you
my
were
gosh,
feeling.
And I cried. No,
and like Michelle cried. Or Amy or somebody.
I can't talk about that. No, because
I don't remember what I said.
I know what you said.
What did I say? I don't remember.
No.
But I remember like the table being like, "You're such a good friend." Like
and I kept saying, "You're so supportive. Like you support me with everything."
Yes, you did say that. I do remember that. I remember you saying that. I don't remember what I said. Apparently, it was pretty good.
But we both were crying, or maybe it was just me.
I think, yeah, you were. And somebody, I think Kelly was.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Kelly. Hashtag Kelly. You got all kinds of tears.
Oh, Kelly.
She's so sweet.
She is.
She's
really
emotionally
connected as well.
She really is.
I'm empathetic.
Yes.
So when I feel like I'm definitely like an empath. Like I feel other people's emotion, and that's sometimes not a good. So it's sometimes a good thing, sometimes not a thing. I can I can empathize with people.
Yeah.
But like sometimes it's like overload.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's good.
It was fine on the cruise.
Absolutely.
Because whatever, everybody else was crying too, so whatever.
Yes, there were tears everywhere on the cruise.
Oh my God, the last day was awful.
So, anyway.
Rolling right along.
Yeah, moving right along here. Nassau, you went to Fat Tuesdays.
Yeah, and we hung out and we had drinks. But I didn't I was still feeling it from the night before. Because again, I kept saying, I feel like I'm 23 years old, but I'm not 23 years old. And I can't tell myself I'm not 23 years old because I did it again the next night. And then I did it again the next night.
Right.
And you think I would have stopped after 70s night. Oh no. Especially that photo group. Good grief.
Yeah.
That was awful, Brooke.
The photo group?
Do you recall what I said? I said,
were you still drunk?
You guys weren't, if you guys didn't depend on me for being in this group right now, I would hightail it out of here and go right back to the room. That's how bad I felt.
I remember that.
That is how bad I felt,
like, no,
you guys. I was ready to give up my Joey McIntyre.
Right.
Stand next to whatever. Yeah. That's how bad I felt. So, moving right along.
So, after Nassau,
yes,
you came back.
Yes.
We had visitors.
Yes.
I finally
Who did we
showered.
have visitors from?
I don't remember. But I remember we had visitors. Because I had to take a shower.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe I did shower and everybody saw me braless in that dress.
can't remember who the visitors were now. I think it was Charlene.
Yeah, I think it was just friends.
Oh,
Like
okay,
it wasn't
okay.
It wasn't like all kinds of
Yeah.
like different people. It was
Yeah.
I think it was just friends. Steph.
Yes. Steph came by.
Yep. And so that was we went to dinner.
Yes.
But we went to
the buffet. We went to the sandwich.
Right. Yes.
This was 70s night. And this was like my least favorite night, but then all of a sudden it became like I was really excited about it. I think it's because I was so comfortable in my outfit.
I was roasting in my outfit, but that's because I had on layers.
Yes.
Because my shirt was awesome, but it was more see-through because it was white.
Yeah.
And I didn't have like good like undergarments for it. And it was a little too small. But I got over it. I just kind of stretched it and it worked out fine. It was just fine. And that was a fun night.
I had on like a ringer tee, and then I had a rainbow sweatbands on my wrists. Actually, I ended up taking those off.
Yeah.
They were bugging me.
Yeah.
So I took them off. And then I had rainbow, like I had those shorts.
Little shorty
in the
shorts.
70s.
Yeah.
But I wore like
other shorts under
bike
it.
shorts underneath it.
For comfort and modesty.
That is true, because I didn't want, as Amy would say, I didn't want my cakes hanging out.
Correct.
And then I brought out my socks, and then I'm wearing them tonight, my Adidas All-Stars. Superstars. So I was feeling it. I was feeling 70s night. I was feeling it.
I didn't have a good 70s outfit. I had the t-shirt that you made, which is awesome. And I wore bell bottoms. I had this like duster vest thing, but I knew it wouldn't be comfortable. Like I wouldn't be comfortable in it, and I wanted to be comfortable. So I was good with what I had, and I parted my hair in the middle.
Oh, Amy did my
Hey,
hair.
70s. Yes, she did.
She did my hair in 2 braids.
Those are the best braids I've ever seen.
They were perfect.
They were like tight and even.
Those suckers did not come out the entire night.
They looked great.
They were amazing.
Yep, she did a good job.
She did. Thank you, Amy.
So, so this night we went and we ate down in the thing.
Yes.
And had sandwiches from the deli. That was okay. The fries were amazing.
Yeah.
The sandwich was, but that was fine. Whatever. It's something different.
But it was quick.
It was quick. We needed quick.
Right.
And then we went to Lido.
Yeah. And boy, did I dance this night. Boy, did I dance.
It was a fun night. Now, I didn't drink this night. Well, but I didn't drink. I just had soda and water.
I had some fun.
You had some fun. See, I had drank the 2 nights previous.
Some fun with Drew and Jessica.
Oh my god. Okay, Drew and Jessica.
The 3 of us were like, and Drew and Jessica, their outfit was amazing.
Their outfit was awesome.
They reminded me of Where Did I Come From?
Yes.
And so I thought that's what they were, like from the book, because that's from the 70s.
Yeah.
But
full on bush.
Yep. It was like they were naked people.
They were naked people. Yeah. And it was
I mean, they weren't naked, but they were like naked people. They had like jumpsuits.
And Drew's
funny.
like chest thing.
Yes.
Was funny. And the little thing peeping out of the.
Yes.
That was a riot.
And we danced and danced.
It was a fun night.
And
it was a really fun night.
So who got sick that night? Jessica. Drew. So we did do the night before. The night before, I was with
Jessica
them again.
got yes. Jessica was the one that
because
got
Jessica and I
sick.
Because Drew kept passing it to me, and then this night she came back and she goes, "You guys, but she kept passing it to me and she kept putting it in my mouth, like her drink, her sippy cup thing. She was like, here, she just passed it to me, and I just had a great night, like the whole night.
It was a fun
I had
night.
a great night. And can I just say, Amber singing Motley Crue.
Oh my gosh.
How amazing was that?
That was awesome.
And she got up and I go, I know her.
Waka waka. That was awesome.
It was awesome.
That was really good. And I love the picture that she posted of herself. But she's like,
yes.
That's an awesome picture.
Also, when Joe came over to dance and I go, Joe, I I want to dance with you.
I don't remember that.
And it was like quiet. I was like, Joe, I want to dance with you. Quiet.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
We've been talking. This is now the third night of the cruise, the third Lido party. We have not once talked about the guys.
No, we haven't. Oh my gosh.
Like
you
what
guys.
they wore or anything.
Oh my word.
And that's okay. We'll start now.
Yes.
Because this night of costumes,
they did twice. And let me just tell you about Joey McIntyre. I did talk a little bit Blockiversary about Joey's shiny pants, didn't I?
No.
Maybe not.
You said nothing about him.
Holy moly.
Holy Moses.
So Valentine girl night, they looked great.
They look great.
Dapper dudes.
Jordan, you got it going on.
Baby, I believe in you.
Oh my God. So, yeah, they look great.
Yep.
Dapper dudes. What?
Forever in my mind.
So,
yep.
Then the next night, Blockiversary.
Yes.
Again. They look great.
Joey had silver like hammer pants.
Yeah, they were like silver sequins.
Yes.
Like a disco ball.
And he was dancing so good. He was dancing so I saw those dance moves.
So fly.
Were you wearing preferred stock? You were dancing like somebody I knew back in junior high.
Yes, you were. I kept saying, hey, it's a mini dance.
Yeah, Darcy knows who we're talking about.
Darcy knows exactly what dance we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
GC.
Yeah.
So, I liked what Jordan had on. It was a flashback, and I didn't realize it, but somebody posted a picture of him wearing like the exact same outfit back in like the day.
Oh.
With like the denim on denim.
Oh.
And then it made sense. And it was his Apollo t-shirt he was wearing.
Oh. I wish he was wearing that vest.
Me too.
I was hoping. I was just hoping
I wouldn't
he'd come out
I
in that
wouldn't have been
vest.
able to handle that.
And like, why couldn't
I'd
they
have been
find
dead.
a rat tail to pin on the back of there?
Dead. On the Lido.
Yep.
Where's Brooke? Dead. She's right there. She's dead. Oh my gosh. That vest.
Yep.
Love that vest.
Yep.
And then 70s night.
Yes.
They came out. Okay.
And like disco wear.
Disco wear.
Yes.
First.
And Joe looked like he was like straight off like Long Island.
He made me laugh. I loved all of their outfits. I loved Donnie's mustache.
Yes.
I loved John's afro. It was just bouncing all around.
Yes.
And that was hot in his head.
Oh, I bet.
He didn't last long with that.
No.
But I can't blame him.
No.
And then later they came out as the Village People.
Yes.
And again,
Joe was a police officer. Hello.
And Jordan was the cowboy.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
And Donnie was the construction worker.
Yes.
Danny was the leather guy.
Yes.
Which was quite fitting, actually.
Yes.
He looked natural.
Yes, he did in his habitat.
And John was a big, tall Native American.
Yes, he was.
And I loved his headdress.
Yes.
And I love that he was in his underwear. I got a lot of pictures of him in his underwear. I took him for stuff.
John is so handsome.
He is so handsome man.
And I mean, come on.
Can I say John on this cruise has kind of like crept into my like? Oh, I know. Like
I know.
I like those Knight brothers.
I know.
So John, though, he really like he was in it to win it.
Yes,
all
he
night.
was. Yes, he was.
All night. He's fun.
He is fun.
And he's sweet. So that was a good night. I enjoyed 70s night.
I did too.
I had a lot of fun.
There's one picture of me like this. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yep.
And there's Joey
Sure
McIntyre
do.
right through the thing, and I'm obviously going, Joey!
Right there.
Yep.
So, this particular night, I was out again all night.
I was too.
When I got back, you didn't know where I was.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't go to the after party.
That's right.
The deck party ran until like 3:30 or so.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just all over the place. I don't know. I didn't go back to the room, but maybe I did go back to the room and then I left again. But it ended up, it was like 6:30. I was eating pizza with Maria in the back of the ship. And I remember thinking, Nikki doesn't know where I am. And messaging wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, she's going to freak out if she doesn't know where I am.
I think I did freak out a little bit. But not too bad. I can't remember because that night, I don't remember.
Yeah. I remember we got back to, Maria came with me to the room.
Mm-hmm.
And because we were having like a deep conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? I tried calling the room from up on the Lido deck, like one of the phones, and it wasn't working. So I was like, we should just go down there because I don't want Nikki to like.
How did you know
where we
I
were.
was there?
I didn't, but
You had a feeling.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it was like 6:30.
Yeah.
6:30. So, so we went down, and I had been trying to message you, and wasn't hearing anything back, and you had been messaging me, and you were like, "There's gonna be some pissed off messages." You're like, sorry, but I was like, but nothing was working.
Right.
So that's why nobody could respond.
And I had thrown up.
So, but it was fine. Like we were there, we talked for a little bit. Maria ended up going back to her room. I slept because then we had to get up for our.
Yes. So here's where I'm not 23 years old anymore.
So I slept 2 hours, if that. I think it was about 2 hours.
Oh gosh.
We had to meet for our photo group at like 10:30. We set up a meeting time.
Right. And I was just like, Brooke, I don't think I can do this. You were like, you were coaching me through it. I'm like,
time to rally, got to rally.
And I'm like, Brooke, I don't think I can do this. And normally I'm the opposite.
Right.
I'm the one that's like, we can do it. I was just not feeling. I was like, Brooke, I'm swaying. Like, I'm swaying.
Yeah.
I am feeling like I did last night still. Like, this is not good. And I'm supposed to go say hi to Joe. Like, well, I guess I was comfortable.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
You were good. So you were really good.
Yeah.
We were great. And I feel like we looked good. Like we got up.
I don't know as if I looked very good. I can't remember.
I mean, my picture, like I said in the group chat I saw, I have no doubt when I see the group picture, I'll be like, I look like Grimace. But
I don't think you're going to. I'm just going to let you know that. I think that you looked really good.
I felt like my hair looked all right. Like, because I got up, I showered, I put makeup on.
I
did my hair. Yeah.
I don't remember.
You showered.
I don't remember any of that.
You were drunk still. I put on my unicorn t-shirt.
I don't remember any of that. I just remember trying to.
What did you wear?
I wore that V-neck.
That's right. My heart beats for Joey?
Yes. My heart beats for Joey.
Is that what it said?
Something like that. And it said Joey Mac girl since 88.
88.
And I was like, that's kind of a lie because it's 89.
But that's all right.
But that's what it came with.
That's how it is. So we went down.
We were like the third group.
Yeah.
To get our pictures taken.
Because we
third
had
or fourth.
We had Lindsay in our group.
Yes.
And so they had the people, like the ADA groups, go first because it was a different setup.
Right.
Which we were not used to.
Right.
So we went, it was our group, and then behind us was like Kim and Jill and Kelly. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting people. Christian.
Yeah.
But we were early, which was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know people waited a long time.
Yeah.
So we kind of got them fresh.
Right. Kind of.
And we did get them fresh. I think
I shouldn't have talked.
No, I think that I didn't get much reaction from anybody. Do you know what I said to Jordan when I got in there?
What?
I'm with you.
What did he say?
Okay. So I like settled up.
So when did I talk to Joe? Was it before or after?
I don't know what I don't know. I didn't even see Joe. Like, I didn't even know. He could have not been in the room.
Here's the thing that happened.
Yeah.
So I walked we're standing there, and Christine says, "Hi, I'm Christine." And then he looks at me, and I said, "And I'm Nikki."
From my so-called whatever podcast.
I didn't really say that. I said, "You actually talked about our podcast on your podcast." And I don't remember what the interaction was there. Like, it may have been in my head. I don't know, like, probably, but like I feel like he said like so something. Maybe he was like saying so. Like, you know, like, I don't know. And I was like, "Yeah, my so-called whatever." And he was like, "Cool." And then I said, "But just to say, I love your podcast. I really, really, really hope that you come back." And he was like, "Thanks." He was like, "Thanks."
Yeah, I can hear him. I can hear that. I mean, I didn't hear him, but I could hear that. I
can't remember what else. Again, guys, I don't know what was going on with me. Well, I do.
It was weird.
So then I feel like we were told to line up, and when I went to line up, the guy said, "You're tall." What?
Nothing. I just forgot about this part.
The guy said, "You're tall. You standing back."
Yeah, because again, it wasn't a lineup.
No.
Because they kind of group together for these ones, and that's why we go first, because it's a different setup. So they didn't line us up like they normally do.
No.
For like meet and greet.
Right.
So it was a cluster.
So I stood there, and that's when I said, "Nikki, you had your selfie with Joe. Keep it together." Because I started to like get him, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, because again, I wasn't really in my right whatever, and I was gonna cry. Like,
you wanted to stand with Joe.
I wanted to stand with Joe. Like, maybe it's selfish, but I wanted to stand with him, and I was like, great, I just get to like stand in back by myself. Like, that's cool. Like, no.
Right.
And but what I said, whatever, Nikki, I gave myself a pep talk. Whatever, you're fine. And I was fine. And then he goes, where's the other girl? Or, where's my other girl? And Christine goes, "Oh, she's standing behind you."
My other girl.
I don't know if he said my. I like to think that he did. And Christine, and so he goes, "Oh, no. Like, no." And he came up and stood beside me, you guys. And he put his arm around me.
And what did he say?
"I'm going to stand on my tippy toes."
He likes tall women.
Yes, he does. Yay! And I stood up straight. Damn it. I stood up straight.
Good.
And I nestled right in. And I was like, and then I said, "Sorry, Christine, you're not going to be able to crop me out of this one." Sorry, Christine.
So I went up to Jordan. I beeline to Jordan because I saw him, like my eye was on the prize.
Yep.
So I went right to him because it was different. We didn't like line up.
Did you whisper to him?
No. But did I whisper to him?
Did you say, "Jordan, JK"?
No. JK. No, I went up and I said, "I'm with you." And he said, "Okay." And no hug. None of that. So I just stood there. And I think he had his arm around me. I don't remember. I was like outside of my body. And then all of a sudden, like we were lined up. And I was here. Jordan was here. Lindsay was here. There's no place for Leilani.
Oh.
So she was like, "Wait a minute, where do I go?" And I looked at Jordan and I said, "She's supposed to be right here." And he was like, "I don't know how that's going to work." And then he said, "Wait a minute." And then he positioned her in front of him. And so I kind of stood on my tiptoes so I could like see over. And then after, she felt really bad.
Why?
Exactly. That's what I said. I was like, "Don't feel bad.
Leilani,
it's not a big deal."
You great, Leilani.
And she was like, "No, I'm so sorry." Because her and I had talked about this before.
Oh, because of the crop thing.
Yeah. So like we were going to be,
Christine, you're not going to be able to crop me out.
We were going to be like respectful of the space.
Yes.
So that we could each crop the picture. So it just looks like a picture of like me and Jordan and like vice versa. That didn't work in this situation. And that's totally fine. Like, I don't care. I'm not going to like the picture anyway. So it's fine. Like,
and it's Leilani.
Right. I'm totally cool with it. And she just kept saying, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. And I'm like, A, it's not your fault.
No.
B, I'm just glad that you were able to get with Jordan because there was no room there.
Right.
Yeah,
and because Michelle stood by herself.
Yeah, she was like behind.
Michelle, I feel bad like complaining about my
debacle.
Debacle.
Who was she supposed to stand with? I don't remember if it was John or Danny.
John.
But I think it was John. You're right. But it all, we got the picture done.
We did.
After the picture.
Should I go? Oh, were you going to say what you said first? Did you say something?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
This is what
did you say to him?
From this moment, for the next 18 hours, this is my favorite day.
Okay. What
This
did
is
you
the best
say?
day
What did you
ever.
say?
So it was still a cluster. We were done with the picture and I was standing there. I didn't know where to go.
Mhm.
I didn't know who to look at or what to do. And Jordan was just standing there. And I was like, I'm right the fuck next to Jordan. Right?
Maybe that's when I talked to Joe.
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm right next to him. I gotta say something. So I was like, Jordan, I'm Brooke from the My So-Called Whatever podcast. I don't know if you've ever heard of us. And he was like, nope. So I said, well, we're a New Kids on the Block podcast. But next year, 2019, I really want you to be on the podcast. I really want you to be on. And he kind of stood there and he nodded his head, kind of made this face.
Yeah,
not
girl.
a bad face.
Yeah, girl, yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, girl, yeah.
And he was like, I'll listen to it.
Shut your mouth!
So
sorry.
So I was like,
what? Wait, he said, yeah, I'll listen to it?
He said, yeah, I'll listen to it.
I'll listen to it. What? Jordan, are you listening to this right now? Because I got something to say.
So I need to slide into his DMs on Instagram somehow and be noticed.
How you doing, Jordan Knight?
And I need to send him a link. I'm going to do this.
Okay.
Because I really, you know what? It is a pipe dream.
So then you went to...
I went to Donnie and I looked at him.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Donnie, I'm Brooke from the My So-Called Whatever podcast. And I gave him a hug. And he said, aw. That was Donnie. But it was a nice hug. And he squeezed tight. It was a good tight squeeze.
I went to go to Donnie next, but then everybody's like, everybody out!
I know. That's when they were kicking us out.
Yeah.
And I looked at Danny and I pointed at him.
I said, thank you for all you do, sir.
I said, Danny, thank you so much. Something about the cruise. I don't remember. And then I said, remember, Betty, we love what you do.
I said that too, because I got that from you. I stole it.
But on the way out is when I snuck a hug from John. And I hugged him and I said, congratulations on your show. I'm excited to watch it or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was a good hug. And then we went to brunch.
We did.
And it was so good.
And it was because we both of us got guts.
Yeah. We had guts.
Yeah. I can't believe that I said that.
I can't believe I said that.
I can't believe I was like, Nikki, my name is Nikki. My So-Called Whatever podcast.
I felt like $1 million.
Pretty sure it was in my head that he said so-called now. I'm replaying it in my head. I don't know. I wish that anybody have that on record? Anybody have that on video?
No, we were not allowed to bring our phones.
Oh, that's true.
But I feel so good. I felt so good about that. That right there.
But there were other people standing in line because the line wrapped around.
Yeah.
I wish that they had recorded.
Maybe somebody did. But we wouldn't be able to hear audio.
No.
But I felt really good after that. I felt good.
Yeah.
Because I had a good Jordan interaction, which is what I had been wanting.
Yeah. That was really cool, though, that he said,
I'll listen.
Yeah, girl. Yeah.
It was like that.
Okay.
But he didn't
so
say
that's
that.
really good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Jordan Knight, are you listening now?
Jordan.
Excuse me, Mr. Knight.
So that was that. We had brunch. I
did.
ate all the breakfast meats. I was
I
like,
did
I
not-
want a bagel, and then I want bacon. I want turkey bacon. I want regular bacon. I want sausage. Bring me all the breakfast meats.
I didn't eat very much.
I ate
again.
all the meat. And then, it was pretty good. And then we had some champagne.
I did not.
I had some because
Champagne.
Amy and Leilani.
Oh.
I might be getting
Did
that
I go
wrong.
back to the room?
You may have.
I was not feeling it.
You did go back to the room because they came around with the dessert menu,
and I was gone again.
You were gone. Yeah.
You guys, I was not feeling
I had
good.
dessert. What did I have? I didn't finish it. It was too much. But we had champagne, and that was nice. And as like a toast, I think it was. I'm sorry if I'm not getting this right. I think it was Amy and Leilani.
I feel like I missed so much.
So
I was like,
you were not
always
feeling
off-
well.
I was always like off by myself.
So you were not always off by yourself. But it's good to have a little bit of alone time. I took some alone time when I could.
I definitely needed that because I was not feeling good.
Right, and you were tired. So then after brunch, Kim and I walked around. We went to like check out like the Serenity deck, and we went to the shops. At some point, you and I went to the shops during the concert the night before.
Oh yeah.
We went to the New Kids on the Block shop and bought stuff. But Kim and I and Michelle went to like the gift shops.
And that's when they went on the water slide.
Who did?
Didn't people go on the water slide?
I wasn't there. I think that was after I went to the room.
And they asked me to go on the water slide. But I had already packed everything. Because we had to get everything packed
for that night. Well, you did. Because you couldn't, I mean, you were not going to bag your baggage.
No.
The whole,
No.
So we walked around, checked out the Serenity deck, and then I went back to the room and I think just kind of hung out there for a little bit. I don't think we had lunch. I think we just went straight to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And we did the buffet. What did we do for dinner? No, I did the deli again.
What did I do for dinner?
Probably nothing.
And you guys, I didn't eat at all. It was not good.
You were
a
not
good
there.
scene.
Were you there?
No, I got room service.
You got room service. That's
Yes.
right. You got room service. I went to the buffet, but I got deli. I got a Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good.
I got a grilled cheese and I got a donut cake that I was really excited to eat, and they took it.
Almost gone. So, because you were packing and stuff, and and I think you were tired.
Yeah, I still wasn't feeling well,
and I still hadn't slept. I had the 2 hours of sleep that morning, and then I didn't sleep. I tried, but I couldn't. And then we got ready because that night was the last night. It was GPS night.
Yes, my favorite costume.
My favorite night. Jordan night.
Yep.
So that was fun.
Yep.
And we went up to Lido.
Yeah.
Partied.
All night.
All night.
I got into that conga line. Yes, I did.
I missed that. There's gone.
Video of me, and I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay. So that happened. All right. So we were up there. My feet and my feet were fine. My back and my ankles were kind of hurting too because they were swelling, or starting to swell. And I was like super, super uncomfortable. It was really, really hot, of course, but not as hot that night as it had been previous nights.
Yeah.
I do remember that. But I was like holding out. It was just a good night. Like it felt good. Jordan came by, all the people on the other side, and did selfies. And I was ready.
We didn't say what happened with
What happened?
John.
Was that before that?
That was before.
So John,
he was coming down the line,
like
and he
heading to the
stopped.
stairs, because that's where we were parked, right in front of the tequila bar.
But I was in bright yellow. Let's just say this. Can't miss me.
You were in waders
I was in waders
that were cut into shorts.
Yep, because I knew it was going to be hot, and I cut those things. They were functional. And you said you saw Joey mouth something. Did you?
Yes, fisherman. He saw you from when they were up on the thing before they came down at the
Joey.
beginning of the night, and
How you doing?
they were like looking at everybody and kind of like whatever, and he looked right at you, And I saw his mouth say fisherman.
Hey.
And so that was neat.
Yes.
And then they came down and it was fun.
Yes.
At some point, I don't know what point, he saw your thing.
Who?
Joey.
John.
Didn't Joey see it?
I don't think so.
I thought he did. I thought I saw something of him seeing it.
What?
I thought I did.
He saw my main thing? I'm a maniac for Joe Mack?
I thought he did.
I don't think he saw it.
I'm going to look. I feel like he did.
I missed it.
You would know if he did.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't
Maybe
think he saw
maybe
it.
I'm like thinking of something
You're
else.
thinking of him seeing my shirt.
Maybe. But I thought it was.
I really wanted him to see it because it said my waiter said I'm a maniac for Joe Mack, like MAINEIAC. I'm a maniac for Joe Mack
Because we're from Maine.
Correct.
And
my hat said Maine.
My T-shirt. I was a lobster.
Yes.
And I had a lobster headband that was like googly eyed.
Yep.
And I had a T-shirt.
And I was not a fisherman. I was a lobsterman. Fisherman, same
Right.
thing. Whatever.
Lobstermen
would not say that. They'd say, no, we are different.
We are very different.
Yes.
We pull traps.
That's right.
And my T-shirt said, Jordan is my lobster.
Yep. I made it that night.
That night before we left.
Yep.
And I ironed it on at the hotel.
Yes.
In Miami.
That's correct.
So we were standing there and John came by
Mm-hmm.
and he saw your thing.
Yep.
And then you talked to him.
He stopped and he said, "You're from Maine. Where are you from in Maine? Are you near Portland?" And I said, "I'm from Bangor. It's about like 3 hours north." He was like, "Oh, cool." And I said, "You should come visit." And he goes, like, I think he said, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah." And then I said, "We just actually rehabbed a house."
Yeah, you said that. And then I think you said you should come visit.
Yeah.
And then I said, yeah, come visit us.
And then he said,
because I wanted in on the
and
conversation.
he was like, "Really?"
And he was so sweet.
Then you told him about our podcast.
I did. So
Brooke was like podcast affiliate left and right.
I want him on.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Because
I'm glad because I get geeked out by that.
I did not, surprisingly. So you hugged, and then I hugged, and when we were hugging,
I asked him for a hug even after I said, "May I have a hug?" Well, I didn't want it because I wasn't gonna ask for a selfie.
Right.
I just was like, "Can I have a hug?" And he's like, "Of course," or something. And he gave me like a nice
John
hug.
hug.
There's a video.
It's all over. I love it. And when he was hugging me, that's when I kind of said in his ear, I said, we have a podcast, my so-called whatever, we would love to have you on.
Yeah.
And then I said something about the show again.
Yeah.
And he was genuinely really nice.
Yes.
And his hugs are amazing.
They are amazing. John
He's very
Knight,
strong.
You're amazing.
He's very strong.
So handsome.
He is so handsome. He gets better looking with age.
I know. And he does look like a Disney prince.
Yes, he does.
Oh my gosh, John Knight, you look like a Disney prince.
He really does.
You look strict royalty.
Yeah, he really does. He's very regal.
Very much so.
In appearance.
Very much so.
And
so
spirit.
Handsome.
So that was cool. Yeah. That was a cool interaction. And then he went upstairs.
And John Knight, if you're listening, come to Maine.
Come be on our podcast.
Yeah.
I would love it. If you were in Maine, if you buy a house in Maine and you're rehabbing a house in Maine.
Yeah, we'll come visit.
We'll come visit you. I would love to come visit you.
Yeah.
If you want us hanging around.
We'll just sit there and say, we'll help.
No, but you know what would be really cool is if we had him on a podcast episode.
Kevin can help.
And we talked about his show.
Yes.
We don't have to talk about whatever he wants to talk about.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for that show. That's something that me and my husband can watch together.
When I told Kevin about it, he was like, "Oh, cool." Because Kevin and I are always talking about how we want to get, we've talked about this, an old house.
Yeah.
And I want to keep the old stuff in it in Bangor. Because Bangor is we have a lot of really cool old houses. And we just did it to the house next door. I told him we put braces on our house. He was like, "Oh, cool."
That's funny.
I always like telling people we put braces on our house because we did. It was cool.
So, watch strap is going to fall off.
So we partied the night away.
We did. It was really fun.
Conga line and all.
It was a great night.
This was a great night. Are you ready to talk about your moment?
Which one? No, I'm very happy. I'm very excited too.
What do you mean, which one?
Because I also got the selfie.
Oh, that's right.
So, you guys, I'm going to be real with you. And I don't want this to sound weird or like I don't care or I don't know. I didn't really care, though, about getting a selfie with any of them except for Jordan.
Right.
He was the only one I really wanted one from. And it's not that I wouldn't have appreciated others. That's not it at all. But I just knew I didn't want to be in I didn't want to be in that mode because I didn't want to be, again, I didn't want to be disappointed.
Right.
I didn't want to be like, oh, I really have to get a selfie with everybody because I knew that would be really difficult. But I really wanted Jordan. So Jordan, I didn't see him taking many selfies the whole time.
No.
The last night, I know 70s night he took some because he was up on that platform.
Right.
And he took some with the girls that were up there.
Yeah.
That was the only time I really saw him doing it. I'm sure there were some other times too, but I didn't see it. But that last night, we were on the side by the tequila bar where they came down from the stairs.
Yeah, where we love to be.
It was a great spot. We couldn't see much of the stage, to be honest. But it was a great location. Everyone was friendly. It was easy access to the elevators if we needed to get back to our room for something quickly. And all the guys came up and down through there. That was cool. So Jordan came down and he was taking selfies with the other side.
Yeah.
And I had my phone out. I was ready. Because, that was the one I really wanted.
Yep.
And he went by, and that was that. Unbeknownst to me, he went up the other side and came right back up.
Yes, he did.
And I was ready.
You were giddy. And Leilani, I'm so sorry.
But she got one.
I know, but I was like, I'm gonna get a selfie with Jordan. Oh, wait a second. I'm not a Jordan girl. I mean, I like Jordan.
Yeah.
He's cool. But Leilani's a Jordan girl. I should have said, Leilani, after you.
Madame.
Right. Because she would have said, Joey girl, Nikki, after you. That's what Leilani would have done.
Well.
But I was like.
Luckily, we all got him.
I don't know what was going on because that's not me. That's not, right? That's not normally me.
No, but sometimes I think you get, tunnel.
I get tunnel vision.
And you're like, it's a new kid. So, I'm sure that happens to a lot of people.
I love you, Leilani.
I know it happens to a lot of people.
Yeah. But I just felt like a jerk face. Because I was like, I just felt yucky.
So, I got my selfie. He didn't smile in it. But it's weird. Because I'm looking at pictures of people, I don't remember who. Maybe Jackie or somebody or Christine. Got a picture of him and I taking the selfie. And in that picture, he's smiling. But in my picture, he's not. So it must have just been the delay.
Yeah.
He still looks handsome as hell. He's
not smiling in mine.
He is fly.
He was like, you asked me to hug you earlier. Oh gosh, here comes this girl again. The hugger.
So my picture.
You guys, I don't ask people to hug them. I don't. What the hell?
That's kind of weird. Can I have a hug?
But I mean, other people, that's fine. That's just not me.
Well, right. No. And normally it's more organic.
Yeah. But other people, I've heard them ask for a hug.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I've never noticed. But I don't pay attention though.
I was standing there and there was, I don't know what was going on in my head.
Tunnel.
You
were like, it's a new kid.
Gotta hug him.
So.
Even though I'm not a hugger.
I got the selfie.
Hugger on the cruise.
And as soon as I got the selfie, what did I do?
You GTFO'd.
I did. I was like, I'm peacing out for a little while.
Yep.
I am in pain. And I got my selfie. I need to go sit, have a cold drink.
And that's when I conga'd.
That is when you conga'd. So I got a soda at the bar. And I went down to the room because I needed to de-sweat, freshen up a little bit. This is when I ran into Maria.
Yes.
And she came with me. Or something. Oh, that was later.
Yes.
Because you were with me.
I was with you.
Yes.
And that's when Joe went right where I was because I need to go change my shoes.
Yes.
And I was so upset
You're right.
when I came back and everyone was like, oh my gosh, Nikki, he was here the whole time. Where'd you go?
Yes, you're right. Because I GTFO'd.
Yeah.
It was
you literally GTFO'd. You kept going. Because I remember everybody goes, where's Brooke? And I was like, oh, she just left. She got her Jordan selfie and she just took off.
I needed it so bad. And I know that sounds ridiculous. That sounds gross when I say it. But I just wanted it. That was what I really wanted.
No, it's fine.
No expectations, but that was what I wanted. And I got it. So I was like, I need a rest.
Yeah.
So I did. And I came back. No, I didn't. You conged.
I conged.
And then I was in the elevator area talking to Maria, and then you came.
Because I need to change my shoes.
You need to change your shoes. So we went down to the room together.
Right. You guys all came with me.
And
I changed my shoes.
Refill drinks.
Yeah, because my feet did not
were
look
hurting.
good.
Yeah. And then we were down there hanging out and talking. Jordan had left at this point. Because that's when Maria left.
Yeah.
She thought, well, Jordan pieced out.
Then somebody texted us and said, he's back.
Yeah, something was going on with Jordan.
And then Joey's down here, whatever. And I'm like, oh.
Right.
I'm missing it.
So then as soon as we caught wind that Jordan was back, we were like, the fuck? And we ran out.
Yeah.
And then there was a big open space. They had taken away the lane, the partition or whatever.
It was during the conga, I think.
Maybe. And we got up closer to the stage on the same side.
Mm-hmm.
And it was shortly after that, we were just dancing and hanging out or whatever, yay.
Deepa came down.
Yeah, we did a tequila shot the night before with Deepa.
Oh,
we
yeah.
forgot to talk about that.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about that.
That was the one drink I had.
That's what pushed me over the edge.
Yes, it was. Tequila Nikki.
Because
go to our Facebook group, you'll see the picture.
Deepa wanted to see Tequila Nikki. She's our.
We all saw.
Yep.
So we were just dancing, having a good time. And then all of a sudden, Jordan Knight is coming through the crowd.
Coming through the crowd.
Through all the people. With his handler. His bodyguard. And, kind of clearing the way a little bit. And him and Maria had a hug. An embrace. And then they, unhugged. And I'm not even kidding. I just want to relive it over and over again. I can't even say it because I'm so geeked out about it. It was the best thing ever. So this is going to sound so cheesy, but he looked at me right in my face, dead in my face, and his head was kind of raised up a little bit looking at me, and he's getting closer.
Hey girl, hey.
Yeah. And closer and closer. And then all of a sudden his arm comes up. And comes around my shoulders. And his hand is on my shoulder. And then we're dancing. And we're dancing. And we're dancing. To Neo. And Maria, I don't know if he put his arm on her shoulder. And the three of us are dancing.
That's crazy.
And I, in that moment, I was like, this is happening. He's right there. I'm going to put my head on his chest. So I did. And just danced. And danced. And it was incredible.
I don't know where I was.
You were right there.
I was just standing there. Dance off.
I looked at you while it was happening, and I don't know that, at the moment I was like, I don't think she sees this.
I didn't.
And I wish that I had a video. I really want a video of this.
So if you guys
so badly
find it.
Amy sent me 3 seconds. She got 3 seconds of it.
That's awesome.
So I have that where you can clearly see us dancing, and he's here, and his hand is here.
You gotta post it.
I think she may have. Maybe she didn't. I don't know. So that right there, I knew I wanted to go back on the cruise before that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say One Dance with Jordan Knight is what.
No, but you wanted to go when we went into the room and you got your selfie. After that, we were talking, you, Maria, and I, and you were like, yeah.
Yeah. But it was at that moment, that we were, That's an experience that not everybody gets to experience.
No.
At all.
No.
And it wasn't like we were up on the stage or whatever, and it wasn't like it was that long. It was maybe in the moment it felt like an eternity.
Yeah.
Which sounds weird.
No, it doesn't.
It was probably 30 seconds.
It was like when Joe sang to me. It felt like it was like 30 seconds. But it was like 5.
It wasn't 30 seconds? I thought it was at least 30 seconds.
Was it 30 seconds?
I don't know. But it just it was special for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like in that moment, like I could see myself
He could
at
have
9 years
danced
old.
with anybody else, but he didn't. He danced with you.
Right. And that's why I was like, I thought Maria said something to him. Like magical Maria. Like she whispered something in her ear. Like, this girl loves you. Then he'd probably be like, whoa. I don't know. Or I don't know if
she
he saw
wants
my
a hug.
t-shirt. Like, Jordan is my lobster. Like, maybe he saw that my t-shirt said Jordan.
Yeah.
And he knew, like, she would appreciate that. Like, she's my fan. Like, we all are. But you know what I mean. I don't know. But it just felt amazing. And it was that, at that point, I was like, this is what it's all about. Like, it's the friendship.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people. It's the guys, but it's like not totally the guys, but like little things like that can happen.
Yeah.
Is magical.
It is magical.
And it's just so fun. And even if it wasn't me, if it was, Michelle,
Mm-hmm.
or if it was Amy,
You're still excited.
or if it was exactly, or if it was Joe dancing with you, or dancing with Charlene, or dancing with Christine, or
like when Charlene
it's
said
exciting.
she danced with Joe at the bar, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing.
Like, that is so exciting. You're happy for your friends.
Because, I mean, when does it ever happen? It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Is
Like,
this
that
real
doesn't
life?
happen.
I don't know.
That doesn't happen. It's
No.
amazing.
No.
So the night went on.
Yes.
Into the morning.
And Donnie did the end of the cruise oath, which is different.
Which is new. Yeah.
And like that got me. That got me because it's just like Donnie's words of wisdom, like they sit with you.
You know what got me more than the oath? Is when he was talking about Titanium, the
Mhm.
song. That got me a lot. I love that song. I love that song. And it makes sense. And I love the song. And when he was talking about it, like just what he was saying, it was like I 100% know
Mhm.
that he is not telling a story when he says that. Like, that's
No.
real.
No.
And then the oath.
Yeah.
And that was it. And Carnival was like, GTFO.
Yeah.
You got to get the ship back together.
Yeah.
Which we broke.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That was a recap.
And I slept
a whole day.
Well, we had to come home. We went to the cabin. And I slept for like maybe an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So I had been up, slept 2 hours the night before. I'd been up, slept in a couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had to get off the ship.
Yep.
And we went to the airport and
Mhm.
came
So
home.
next time,
Yeah.
we fly out of Boston, we fly into Boston.
Yes. Absolutely. 100%.
Because Jordan Knight would be on our plane. Could you imagine? Michelle.
Okay. I can't. Michelle needs to tell that story.
Yeah.
Michelle, you know what story. You know.
You know what you did. You know what you did.
Jordan, you know what you did with Michelle.
Jordan Knight.
JK. Oh. JK. So that's our recap. That was a long one.
That was our recap. We are at 3 hours.
Holy fuck.
And there's not much we're taking out. I mean,
no, I mean, just like literally probably 15 minutes.
There. Yeah. So it's probably going to be like 2 minutes, 45 seconds.
2 minutes and 45 seconds. 2 hours and 45 minutes.
So anyway, that was great. So the next one that we do, we're going to have Jenny's going to come on.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be the next one or we might do a mini-sode. That maybe be our first mini-sode.
That would be cool. We've talked about doing mini-sodes.
And this is going to probably be Block Party for a while. But I am going to release that other scary
cool
episode.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it.
So, hey, guys.
Yeah.
Do we have anything that we need to add?
Nope.
Okay.
That's it.
We love you.
We love you guys, and we hope that you like this. You asked for a recap. You wanted to hear every single detail. We did it. This is every single detail.
Mostly.
Maybe they might be like, Brooke's idea was better. 5. moments, or maybe they like every detail.
I do want to say one thing.
Yeah.
I want to ask you one thing.
Yes.
I want to know what your biggest like takeaway was, or like surprise, or like something that you didn't expect. We had no expectations,
right?
But something that happened that you didn't expect.
Okay.
And it could be one thing, or it could be like an idea.
I didn't expect that truly the guys would be a bonus. I went because I was like, new kids, new kids, new kids. You know me. I'm like, new kids, new kids, new kids. And honestly, they're a bonus. Like, I just wanted to hang out with my friends. Seriously.
Yeah, totally.
I just wanted to hang out with them. That's really what it's all about. Like, big slumber party. What about you?
My biggest surprise or takeaway, or I guess surprise. To be totally honest, I thought that there would be a lot more biatches.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But honestly, and maybe it's just because like it was just one of those things, like, I don't know. I thought that there would be more of them, or they'd be more apparent.
No.
And maybe they were there. I mean, you run into biatches everywhere.
Right.
You go to the grocery store, there's biatches.
Right.
But maybe it was just that I wasn't focused on that.
No.
And I didn't give a shit.
I think if you were focused on finding them, you would find them.
Right.
But we weren't focused on finding them. We were focused on hanging out with our friends.
Yeah. And like, I paid no attention. I paid no mind.
No. I think that's what it was.
And it was
I'm sure
awesome.
there were. We just didn't even.
There definitely were.
Yeah.
But you know, I like I said, I paid them no mind.
Good cruise all around.
Bumblebee tuna.
Good cruise all around.
It was amazing.
That's
Can't
it.
wait for the next one. Cannot wait.
I can't wait to read these cruise stories. And guys, I'm sorry that I had you send them.
And then we didn't read them.
Because here's the thing, we're going to read them the next episode.
We wanted a recap, and the recap was way longer than
it took way longer
we
than
thought it would be.
So
we appreciate you, and we love you. I guess we could look at it this way. You did it and sent them while it was all fresh on your mind.
Right, exactly.
So that's really cool.
You're welcome. No, don't punch me in the face.
You're welcome.
Don't punch me in the face.
So
bye.
Yeah. Okay. That's
right.
it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Talk
guys.
to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.